right, we here, we back. After this is it for me because after analyzing and hearing the whole world just crash out over what happened with Umar's daughter, just is just disgusting. Mainly, mainly, I had to. Well, there's nothing. There was nothing I could do. There's nothing I could do. There was nothing I could say other than repair. Now, I'm just going to say these four words: mind your own business. Mind your, no, six words. Mind your own damn business. I had just spoken with the wise men and the wise women in Umar's camp. And we have decided that we are going to let Umar and the mother and the daughter fix this problem. This is nobody's business. Even though the little girl put the business out on the internet for everyone to see, and this is one of the reasons why she's getting dragged. Well, 50% she's getting dragged, and the other 50% they don't like Umar no way. Some of them wish he was dead. But anyway, we're just gonna leave this alone. I'm gonna leave it alone, and you're gonna leave it alone. Let them handle it. This is their business, not yours. I don't give a damn who don't like it. Thank you, Lisa, for coming. DBC, thank you for coming. Umar Johnson called his daughter. I know all that, but apparently he has many enemies. So I don't know what that was all about, but I'm not bothered. I'm not with that right now. All I will say is he has convinced the people that he will, contact his daughter. We're just gonna have to take his word on it. Point blank, period, end of discussion. I don't want to hear nothing. Nothing. Does he mind his business when he pleases who's married to who? Most of you niggas don't want to marry black women. Most of you niggas don't want to be around black women. Most of you niggas despise black women. Yeah, I said it. Most of you women despise black women and love. I still haven't gotten my question answered. What is so fascinating about being with a white woman? Please, somebody answer me that question. Because I don't see what's so fascinating, what's so exciting about being with a white woman. Nothing. I'll tell you, nothing. I was 19 when I was with a white woman. And that was the most worst experience I've ever had in my life. You're right. You're totally right on the money. They should have kept it private, but because of the internet and these data babies, these goddamn data babies, that's what I call them. Everything is based on data. Everything is based on the internet. I just got to look up for some shit just to get a click in the view. This is pathetic. This is mainly pathetic. So I'm not going to bother with them. And shouts out to Tiff. Tiffany asked me, am I going to interview the daughter? I said, hell no. That's none of my business. I'm not going to touch his daughter. That's out of bounds. That is totally out of bounds. So they can think whatever they want. Umar Johnson is not married to a black woman. So the hell what? What the hell does marriage have to do with raising your children, man? Knock that shit off. All you data babies, knock that bull. Just knock it off, bro. He ain't married to a black woman. And he'll get married when he wants to get married. Some of you complain that he wants to marry two queens. That's his business, not yours. Y'all some goddamn data babies. Leave it alone. Now I'm gonna play this clip and appreciate everyone for coming. Appreciate everyone for coming. Good, bad, ugly. It really doesn't matter at this point. If Umar Johnson loves black women so much, let me ask you something. Do you like black women? Because we can debt this whole conversation by asking you, DBZ Nation, and that's a nice name. Do you like black women? Are you married to one? Because if so, why are we having this conversation? Do you value your black women? I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. I definitely appreciate you. Definitely. But as I was saying, we're gonna just gonna play a little small clip, and then depending upon the mood tonight, we're just gonna go in depth this because, like I said, I had lunch with the wise men and the wise women of Umar Johnson's camp, the ones that I know, the ones that I respect, and we're just gonna leave this alone. We're gonna leave this up to him, right? He said he was gonna get in contact with his daughter. We're gonna yield him at his word. That's all it's based on, his word. And whatever he says after that, that's mainly on him. But let's just look at this and analyze it for what it is. Good, bad, ugly, really doesn't matter.
Just ask me to turn on the lights so he can see my face. We need some testosterone. Your greedy ass wants more money. Me, the worst thing you can do is try and explain yourself to the Negro self hating community. Many of you Negro males, you are jealous because you are not me. You are jealous that you don't have the credentials or the following. You are
Wait,
looking for a good laugh.
wait. Okay.
Not be doing that.
My bad.
And if you bother brothers and
Went,
sisters,
sorry, I went too far. My bad.
one thing that 15 years of being number one has taught me, one thing that being number one for 15 years has taught me, the worst thing you can do is try and explain yourself to the Negro self-hating community. So I will not be doing that. I will not be doing that. And
Dude, it's a different time zone. Knock it off.
if you bother me at all when any questions about something that is none of your business, you will be blocked, and entered into the book of Negroes. And the reason I'm not going to waste my time is, as I've already said, most of you are not looking for the truth. You are looking for a good laugh. Many of you Negro males, you are jealous because you are not me. You are jealous that you don't have the credentials or the following. You are jealous because you haven't made 1% of the impact I've made on the African race. So I will not be entertaining. And the other reason I'm not going to entertain this, the other reason that I'm not going to entertain this is because for those with a little bit of common sense, if you just read between the lines a little bit, those of you with a little bit of common sense, I think y'all have heard enough from my princess. Y'all have seen enough from me that if you got a little bit of common sense, you will already know what this is all about. If you just got a little bit of common sense, you can decipher. So I'm not going to worry about that. I'm sure me and the oldest princess of Pan-Africanism will work this out eventually. I'm sure that myself and the oldest princess of Pan-Africanism, we will work it out. I would never be upset with my own child. I love my babies. We're going to work this out. We're going to work this out. The princess of Pan-Africanism and the prince, we're going to be all right. Just give it some time. Let her work through her situation, and everything's going to be all right. No, I'm not going to have my daughter join the live because it's none of your business. Here we go again. It's none of your business. I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to transform you. So we're going to work it out. The only person I'm really upset with in this whole debacle, the only person I'm really upset with in this whole debacle is her mother. Is her mother. I'm disappointed that her mother would let our child, filled with the lies and misinformation she gave her, I am upset and disappointed that her mother would let our child get on the internet and conduct herself like that, knowing she's the reason we're in this situation. Now, that's flat out wrong. And I hope you are listening to me. I hope you are listening to me wherever you are, Mama Smurf. Wherever you are, Mama Smurf, I'm extremely disappointed in you to let our child get on the internet knowing damn well that my enemies are her enemies. Knowing damn well social media don't give a damn about nobody but clicks and views. You know damn well that girl carries the blood of the prince of Pan-Africanism. You had no reason letting her crash out like that. I blame her mother for this. When you're the reason she didn't have access to her father the way she should have. You know what you did. You know what you did. And you're going to sit back and watch your daughter do this when you know you're the reason. You are lower than scum, lower than dirt, to sit back and watch your daughter do this because of what you did. These are your demons. These are your demons. But with that,
thank you for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. This is a lot. Like I said, shout out to Tiffany. I know you in the clouds, baby girl. Congratulations on your company and how it's thriving. I will partner up with derail in the near future. Um, I'm not going back to the Umar sector because there are a bunch of clowns over there. But shouts out to the people who rock with me over there. And oh God, where is he at? He's in Switzerland. Not, I'm sorry, not Switzerland, Sweden. He just did a lecture over there in Sweden. Why is he traveling? You know what? At this point, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You wanted a school open, right? So this is not just based on education. This is not just based on just lecturing to a group of young men and young women. This is based on the school, right? You want the schools open so bad, but let me not do this.
With that, I'm going to get off of that because I don't owe anybody in the public any explanations at all. And if you ask any questions about my business, I'm blocking you. And you ain't coming to nothing at FDMG. And you ain't coming to nothing at FDMG. Now, I want to switch gears because I'm having a beautiful morning. I'm having a beautiful morning with my Stockholm, Sweden family. I'm having a beautiful morning. And I see the beta males is alive and woke. The beta males. Well, it's only midnight on the North American continent. Okay. First of all, the school project is not 15 years old. See, we have to stop. Listen, if you don't like King Kong consciousness, that's okay. That's okay. I'm not the most popular non-celebrity in the world because I care what you think. I'm the most popular non-celebrity in the world because I don't care what you think. I'm the most popular non-celebrity in the world because I don't care about what you think. But here's my question to the anti-Ifatunde kingdom. Why are you always on my page? Why are you always on my live? Why do you follow me? See, my haters are negative admirers. My haters are nothing but negative admirers. You actually admire the prince. You actually admire the prince. You actually admire the prince. Let's be honest now. I miss the old days. I miss the days when somebody didn't like you. You knew it and they stayed away from you. Who misses those days? Who misses the days when we used to have real enemies, real honest? And remember back in the day, if somebody was your enemy, you knew it and they stayed away from you. They didn't smile in your face, slide into your DMs, all up in your lives, posting on your page. What happened to the old school enemies?
That is a good point. You know why they don't do that? It's just like what I said earlier. Attention. Attention whores and bait and data babies. Everything has to be researched. And if it ain't and if it ain't truth and facts, if it ain't Googleable, as Lloyd Jamal would like to say, Googleable, then they search it on the World Wide Web. But wait a minute, the World Wide Web, all this was created by what fraction? Who? So what are you don't know what actually you're researching. Some might be factual, some may not. Niggas don't like to read books anymore. I wonder why that is. Because why read a book when I could just go on the internet and everything will be Googleable. Let's continue.
I would love to have some old school enemies, because with old school enemies, you didn't have to wonder. See, there was no frenemies when you had old school enemies. See, the frenemy is the new thing. The frenemy is the new thing. I miss the old school enemies. I miss the old school enemies. You minding my business, so I'm blocking you. You minding my business, so I'm blocking you. The old school enemies. I miss the old school enemies. This whole frenemy thing, where people don't tell you that they don't like you, they try to act like they for you when they really hate you. I don't like that. I want some old school enemies. I don't like these frenemies. I don't like these frenemies. Where the old school enemies at? Can I come lay with you? At ease, my queen. At ease, my queen. What you want to come and lay with the prince for? At ease, my queen. It's 6 o'clock in the morning in Stockholm, Sweden. At ease, my queen. Why do you want to come and lay with the prince?
But I mean, let's face it. People saying that he was mating with Sukihana. He was mating with homegirl from the TikTok video from the other day. Hell, might as well do it, right? People love to speculate shit, right? So he might as well just go ahead and do it. He might as well call Sukihana up and say, yo, Sukihana, I really want to hit them biscuits. I really want to hit your biscuits. I really want to hit your biscuits. I really want to hit your biscuits. I mean, it's all speculation, but who gives a damn about speculation, right? Everybody believes it's true, right? Even D. Durrell, he believes it's true. Quite interesting. It's quite interesting how we're in everybody's bedroom.
Why do you want to come and lay with the prince? Are there any African breakfast restaurants in Stockholm? My page gets 18 million visitors a month. My page, my Instagram page gets 18 million visitors a month. 18 million. And you know what's sad about those 18 million views I get on my Instagram page every month? 10 million are haters, struggle streamers, bourgeoisies, pretendians, bunny hoppers, and opportunists. 10 million of the 18 million views that my Instagram page gets a month are pretendians, haters, fake supporters, frenemies, struggle streamers, bunny hoppers, and opportunists.
Umar, man, man, fuck you, Umar. You need to come into our life, come into our neighborhood, and tell us what to do, Umar. That's all you do. But yet, you got 2 daughters. No, you have 5 daughters. No, you have 10 daughters that you don't take care of, Umar. I got my white girlfriend, and I got 5 kids by her. And guess what? They all gonna be black. I hate the black community. Man, these hoteppers, they don't do shit for the community. They don't do nothing for the community. So I'm gonna side with the white man. Go right ahead. And when you get your job taken away from you for somebody who's lesser than you, but is willing to do the work for dirt cheap, you won't wonder why. You vote for if you vote for somebody, whether it be Republican or Democrat, and they don't do anything for you, you'll know why. When you get pulled over by the police and your ass is belly down to the ground, face down, with your face broke in, you'll know why. When you're looking up, soulless, 6 feet deep, all because of a white winger, accidentally runs his car over you because I almost forgot I was trying to run over the other black guy. You'll know why. So, hey, image your ass to a white woman. It doesn't matter. We know what to look for. Us Pan Africans definitely know what to look for, who to look for, and who to not bring to the table. That's all that is. But you will leave this man be to his children, right? You will do that. Let them work that out.
But I will tell y'all this. I text my daughter before I went to bed. Not that I really went to bed because y'all kept me up all night. Not that I really went to bed because y'all kept me up all night. Not because I really went to bed because y'all kept me up all night. But I did text my princess. And I said, I want to meet with you and your mother as soon as possible. So if she's serious, we will have a meeting. I'm hoping her mother is woman enough to have this sit down and tell her daughter the truth. That's what I'm hoping. I will have my white man paperwork with me. But I'm hoping the mother will tell the daughter the truth. Because sitting back and watching your daughter get on the internet with my enemies while you sit back and do nothing, knowing you're the reason for the situation, that's wrong. That's wrong. Oh, I got my paperwork. I never got rid of my custody paperwork. Something told me to hold on to that custody paperwork. I kept it. And I thank God I kept my custody paperwork because I thought this day would come. I knew this day was going to come. I didn't think it would come like this because I pray for both of my daughters every night. I pray for both of my daughters every day. Princess of Pan-Africanism 1 and Princess of Pan-Africanism 2, they get prayed for every day.
All right, just in case you did not hear that, he texts his daughter, okay? He said he wants to have a meeting with not only her, mainly, I don't know if it's both or just the one, but I'm banking that it's going to be the oldest child. But again, it's none of my business. I'm gonna hold Umar to his word. All right. And if you don't like it, you don't have to do any commentary on it. But you know you're gonna do that because you want the money. You want the attention. I can care less. I'm clocking in 11:13. It doesn't I'm doing this for a hobby. I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this for a hobby basis. I'm not on this bitch like 4, 5, 6 days a week like you Negroes are. I don't need that much attention. I got a family of my own that I'm raising. And they need my attention. And the other thing, I don't clock in no more than 2, 3 hours. Y'all a bunch of data babies, man. Y'all are a bunch of data babies. Data babies don't even know what type of data you're looking up. Because when it comes to the stats, what stats? Who made up those stats? You mean the census? The census that you're not paying attention to? But let me not rumble on, because y'all don't know a freaking thing about government. You don't know a freaking thing about the Supreme Court. You don't know a freaking thing about how freaking you don't know anything about physics, or excuse me, civics. You don't know anything about civics. You don't even talk civics in school. For those who were taught civics in school, congratulations. You're the one that call them nerds, right? You're the one that are more intelligent than you. You call them nerds, right? You call them nerds every day. But yet, they're the ones that are getting attention. They're the ones that are basically getting pussy. But you're not, for some odd strange reason. It's quite funny. Well, Umar is basically giving you a psychological ass whooping. And rightfully so. Let's continue.
Every day. And what's crazy, minding my business and you asking questions and don't even know what you're talking about, block. Minding my business with you got a head full of blonde hair trying to question King Kong. You out here imitating the snow bunny. You out here imitating the snow bunny. You out here imitating the snow bunny. And you want to ask me some questions. I agree with you there, but you're going to get blocked for trying to be smart, because everybody knows that a daughter needs more than prayers. But since you wanted to be smart, you're blocked for the rest of your life. Who else want to get blocked for the rest of their life from my Instagram page? Who else want to get blocked for the rest of their life? Let's see. Who else want to get blocked for the rest of their life? Let's see. Who else want to get blocked for the rest of their life? Nothing wrong with white women. I'm blocking you. Coming on my page with this bullshit. I'm not black. Can I go for the black queen? Get your pale ass off of my... Turn the lights on. I hope that wasn't a man who said turn the lights on. I hope that was not a man who just told me to turn the lights on. Please tell me that was not a man. Can somebody please confirm for me that a man did not just ask me to turn on the lights so he can see my face? We need some testosterone tablets. Stop worrying about my children and get some testosterone tablets. Please tell me that wasn't a man. Please tell me a grown-ass man didn't just ask the notorious RBG to turn on the light so he can see my face. We need testosterone tablets.
This is Nebraska in the building. Yeah, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. He turned his lights. He turned his lights eventually to eat his banana. What's going on, Miss Nebraska? Cut it out. Cut it out. How you been, princess? How you been? Oh, God.
We need testosterone tablets. I see why black women ain't dating y'all ninjas. I see why my beautiful black sisters aren't dating you ninjas, because your testosterone levels are too low. Your testosterone levels are too low. Now, somebody told me that they feel that this would have never happened if I wasn't posting all the beautiful women on my page doing Ifatunde voiceovers. A couple people slid into my DMs. A couple people slid into my DMs. A couple people slid into my DMs and said, Dr. Umar, your baby mom put your daughter up to this. because she got jealous seeing you post all those beautiful African women doing voiceovers of your material over the past 24 hours. They said if you would have never posted all those beautiful African women doing voiceovers of your material on your IG and TikTok, your baby mom would have never got mad and she would have never put a battery in your daughter's back. That's what some people are telling me. Some people are telling me that my baby mom got jealous at seeing all those beautiful women posted on my page doing videos of Ifatunde. She got jealous and she put a battery in my baby's back. That's what some people are saying. My credibility is done. Let's see about that. Let's see about that. You want to put some money on that? You want to put some money on that? Baby mom number one, did you get jealous because I was posting videos of women doing Ifatunde voiceovers? Minding my business. Goodbye. Okay, stupid question. Is that your daughter? That's already been confirmed. You're getting blocked. Stupid question. What if your daughter just wants to be? First of all, my daughter knows exactly where I am. Y'all so stupid. Block. Stupid excuse. Okay.
I actually feel him right now. I feel that. This is the reason why I say let them work it out. Is eventually right now 3 adults with family issues, right? I could say for the fact that, excuse me, ooh, my bad. I could say for this mere fact that the first baby mama didn't want nothing to do with him, and in results of that, not seeing his child. I could say that. I could say that he could have done everything X, Y, Z in his power to make sure that I'm gonna have at least one day of visitation. And I'm sure he worked at it. Maybe he didn't work it hard enough. That's your judgment. But here and now, right now, none of that shit don't even matter no more. The only thing that matters is the here and now, and whenever they're gonna work it out. When he gets back to the States, because he's in Sweden, when he gets back to the States, he may just go ahead and go back to Philly, and he's gonna handle that business because they're all in Philly. Again, for the umpteenth time, it's none of my business, and it damn sure ain't none of y'all's. All right.
Okay, let's get rid of this coon.
What up, young?
Block. Okay, is she your baby? We didn't already confirm that. Let me block you too. You need a special ed IEP. Block. Who else? Who next? Who next? Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Who else want to get blocked for the rest of their life? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see.
Well, let's go for it.
How many baby moms do you have? If you follow me, you already know I have 2 children. So I'm blocking you for that dumbass question.
And that's another thing. Lynn and I got fuel now because of this, because of the baby. Well, let me not put his name in the hat right now. Let me not put his name in the hat. First and foremost, because I don't know who put her up. The daughter put her up. Her name is Aisha, or something like that. I don't know who put her up to this. Maybe she did it on her own. But knowing the internet the way that it is, It can be either for you or against you. I feel sorry for her because they're treating her now, and like I said, it's 50-50. They're treating her now like she's scum. There are those who are with her and saying that Umar is trash. There's something in the air. Damn. They're saying that Umar is trash and he needs to be. And I looked on his Instagram page and they all say the same thing. Call your daughter, call your daughter, call your daughter. And then there are others that say she set him up. That ain't his daughter. She set she set him up. I looked at the child. The child looks exactly like Brother Umar. Looks exactly. She's just on the light skinned side. So, like I said, it doesn't matter. It none of this shit matters. None of it matters. But let's continue.
Let's see what else. Who else wants to get blocked permanently? Who else wants to get blocked for the rest of their life? Asking stupid questions. What are you doing to these women? You got them going crazy? No, sir. My daughters are 13 and 22. They were born a long enough time ago for their mothers to have gotten over that.
He already confirmed that. He been confirmed that that's his daughter a long time ago. A long time ago. He even admit that this is gonna come back and bite him in the ass. And sure enough, here it is. What? I mean, not saying this is gonna haunt him for the rest of his life. He already knew that. So he's prepared. But I say all the partial of the blame and the responsibility is to both sides. The mother, the father, and well, not the child, because the child, she didn't have to be born into this world. She didn't have to go through what she's going through right now, but I feel her pain. I would never do that. I would never do that. But hey, like I said, it's on both him and the mother at this point. So let those two work it out. Thank you, Miss Nebraska. Thank you.
But I'm going to ask y'all a question of the day, and you can text me your answer. I'm going to ask you, y'all want to hear the question of the day? I'm going to give y'all the question of the day. The question of the day. I just got word that my youngest daughter's older brother, reached out to my oldest daughter, and that's how all this got started. I heard that my youngest daughter's older brother, who is the same age as my oldest daughter, reached out to my oldest daughter, and that's how this party got started. I'm going to say it again. Listen for the question. I have a question for y'all. You can text me your answer. I got a question for y'all. You can text me. My youngest daughter's oldest brother reached out to my oldest daughter. They're the same age. And my oldest daughter is now in communication with my youngest daughter's mother. I'm going to say it again. My oldest daughter is in communication with my youngest daughter's mother. Here's the question. Y'all ready for the question? Here's the question. Why? I got two questions. First question. Why is my youngest daughter's mother communicating with my oldest daughter, but you are blocking my communication with my youngest daughter? Let me say it again. Why is my youngest daughter's mother communicating with my oldest daughter, but you're blocking my communication with my youngest daughter, although we have to go back to child support because your greedy ass wants more money? Your greedy ass wants more money. You're blocking me from seeing my baby, but you got me in child support for more money, and you're communicating with my oldest daughter. Can somebody help me understand this? Can somebody help me understand why my youngest daughter's mother is communicating with my oldest daughter, blocking me from communicating with my youngest daughter, and taking me to child support for more money?
Mm. Anybody want to answer that? I'm not going to answer that shit because clearly, number one, I've heard this story before already, so I'm not going to entertain it. I'm not. I don't give a damn. I'm not entertaining it. But you can answer it. Anybody can answer it. As a matter of fact, if anybody wants to come up and chop it up with your boy, they can. All I ask is just be respectful. That's all I ask. Because I have no problems blocking you. I'm just gonna. Anybody want to chop it up, and they can. what did Umar say to his? What did Umar say to his oldest? He's the father, and he's the father and oldest. He should have responded off social media. Here's the thing, Lisa. Is what I told you before. Between around that time, which was 13, 14 years ago, we don't know. We don't know what happened. Of course, we have his side about the whole baby mama situation and the grandma, the baby mama and the grandmother. It's a trip when you have not only the baby mother, but the grandmother as well, who are against you. And he doesn't have a record of abuse. He doesn't have a record of abuse. He's never been to jail. He's been to court, but he's never been to jail. So we don't know. But some of my friends, they know a little. I just dropped it, babe. It's right here. Uh, Eric says I need to hear both sides. Absolutely, but not on the internet. Absolutely, but not on the internet. I don't want to hear none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's for them to work it out. I don't know. I don't know what's the fascination. Don't we have too much chaos in the United States of America already, where people are crashing out? You know what the worst thing? Sidebar. You know what the worst thing that seen? These two dudes were throwing something at some guy, right? They got out the car and was gonna drag him or bully him. This dude runs to the trunk of his car. Now he's in his own driveway. He takes out a bazooka, a rocket launcher. Swear to God, this dude takes out a freaking rocket launcher. You can look it up. Since y'all some of y'all some data babies out this bit, why don't you look it up? He takes a rocket launcher out of his truck. I'm thinking, how did this white boy get a rocket launcher? And it pointed at them, and it was like, yo, This is crazy. This is We-On-Loc Nation. Who is there?
Hi, friend. How are you?
Oh, well, it's been so long.
I know, right?
Jeez, how you
I
been,
know.
friend?
I've been hanging in there.
I heard. Lisa's been asking me about, bugging the hell out of me about it. It's like, where's Mr. Bailey? Where? I heard she's in LA and doing some. Where is she?
I love Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. I miss you too.
Welcome. This is We-On-Loc Nation. Who the hell is there?
What's up?
Don't start, Vaughn.
Hi, Vaughn.
Hey, how you doing, Queen?
Good. How are you?
That's good.
All right. Well, speak your speeches. Speak your speeches. Wait.
Vaughn, you could go first.
Well, I agree with what you wrote as far as the business, as far as like you said, when she put it on uh, out there on public space, hey, it is everybody's business. But he talked about it in other um, interviews as about his baby mothers and stuff like that. But it's no matter what, it's just not looking good when it comes to having it out in the public and things like that. It's not looking good on his part, and he could be in the right, but it's still, you know how the public is. It's just not looking good for him.
I mean, I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing about it. The only thing, but we can do this back and forth song and dance all day long. I mean, it hadn't even been 2 days, and yet Dana's doing one. Uh, of course, I had to hear from Anton. Um, Lennon, he's going nuts. He was beaten off. He was like, "Oh, this is some juicy stuff. I'm gonna really get Umar now." Like, yeah, you having your baby. You know what? I'm not gonna even start. I'm not gonna even start because this is not about Lennon. Even though I have buku evidence for Lennon, he's a deadbeat dad his damn self. But I'm not gonna go there. We can all speculate one thing after another. The only thing I ask is let them do this in private. And if they decide to put it on camera, then so be it. But all I'm asking the public is just to relax, right? Because
Now, my. Oh, I'm
she's
sorry.
just
Go
as
ahead.
in danger. I'm gonna say this, I'm a land. She's just as in danger as she is being praised. And I don't like to use that word praise, but you know what I mean. So this is what the internet does. But what were you gonna say?
Now, in my opinion, I'll say this. I personally don't follow Dr. Umar. I know you are very, fond of him and you're a follower of him. I've heard some good things about him. I've heard some bad things about him. I watched videos of her side of the story. I watched the videos of his side of the story. And I agree with you. I think nobody, whether you're famous or not, whether you're a celebrity or not, should put personal family matter business on the internet. It does not belong on the internet. However, we are in the age of that tends to be the trend. Everybody takes their personal business and family business to the internet. I don't know why.
It's
Um,
it's therapy. right?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's a dangerous method of therapy, which is like y'all need to log off and get y'all a real clinical professional therapist. But anywho, so with this Dr. Umar whole situation, I can honestly say that I was disappointed in him on the way he responded to his daughter. As a parent, as the adult, as the elder, you know, yes, our kids can be aggravating sometimes and maybe disrespectful at times. But at the end of the day, it's up to us how we respond to our kids. And, you know, responding to her publicly, calling her a struggle streamer, and it was some more stuff how he referred to her. To me, it wasn't,
A
it just wasn't cool.
little Smurf. He referred to her
You
as a
know, so and I think that kind of what's the word, I think the way he responded to what his daughter put out there kind of like put the fire, well, how do you say it, ignite the fire a little bit even more, because I think people had more respect for him and maybe assumed that he was going to respond a little bit more better than what he did, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
they didn't like him no way. They didn't like
yeah,
him no way. Even if they did, if he did repair it, or it's
I
none of
mean,
that.
but honestly, I went through some of the comments on Instagram. I went through some of the comments on TikTok, and a lot of people were saying how disappointed they were. They weren't saying that they already hated him or that they do hate him.
mhm.
He got a lot of love. So I mean, I'm pretty sure there were comments of people hating him, but for the majority of what I saw online, people were mainly disappointed in his reaction and response, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, because it sounds, yeah, I can see understand that because he responded to a kid as a kid, and that, yeah, I can see why people will be a little um upset about that because he responded in especially when we look at an activist and a leader as he is, and especially a person that's in psychology and he's a doctor within that, the way he responded wasn't even professional. It wasn't good as a parent, and it wasn't good as a leader, especially when it comes to uplifting the community. So I can see why people can be a little distraught about that.
Um,
And so with that being said, for those who are Dr. Umar's friends or close colleagues or whatever you want to call it, y'all need to make him accountable. Be like, look, bro, this is your personal business. You know, I don't think you should continue to air this out online, but the way that you responded to her, bro, that was wrong, bro.
Hmm.
hey, Bridge, how you? It's good
Hi,
to see
Bridget.
you again. Good to see you. All right, now back to
And
you.
keep this in mind. Just because you know y'all make certain people y'all leaders does not exempt them from being made accountable. They're
Right.
still human.
Hmm.
You know, they'll still make mistakes, but that does not make them exempt to make them accountable. They still need to be made accountable as well, whether they're your leaders or not.
There are. I'm gonna put it to you this way because there are personal conversations, private conversations that have been had that I'm not gonna share on the internet. Because number one, there are just goofies out there. Too many goofies, too many data babies out there. But I will say this: he will communicate with his daughter, the both of them, and he's trying to put, he's trying to get the mother involved, but for some odd strange reason, I'm starting not to like this woman, whoever she is. I'm really starting not to like her. But again, that's none of my concern. It's none of my business.
Which one are you
What he
referring
did,
to? The first one
the
or the
first,
second one?
the first one. It's always been trouble with the first one. There was a radio conversation about 12 years ago where Umar had told the actual story of what went down at their um, behest, if you will, and let's just say none of it was pleasant at all. He doesn't have too much of a problem with the second baby mother, but it's just the first baby mother that's pretty much, um but fast forwarding back to this timeline, he wants to get together with baby baby drama mama whatever number one, and then of course the oldest daughter. um now you did hear the question. It's like, I'm not gonna answer it because again, I've heard this shit all before, and I've explained myself entirely too many times. But and of course, we all have a responsibility, even him, taking care of his kids the way he should be taking care of his kids. But oftentimes, what do we usually say on the internet? We usually say, "Oh, you don't want to be with me. You just want to get me pregnant and blah 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 blah." And then the other part is, I tried to get visitation and my daughter, you wouldn't give me visitation with my daughter. Why don't you just give the kids back to the father, because you're not a good influence, because you're a baby mother and you're just a nurturer. And I have to hear all that, right? It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And it's so contradicting, right? But this is the reason why he gets on y'all limb. You can take the words of Umar, right? And you can just reflect it on your own. You can just add it to your own person. You don't have to necessarily like the person that actually said it. You don't have to like Umar. Not everybody likes Umar. Not everybody likes people who scream at people, right? And I get your question. I get to your question. I'll get to your question. I'll answer your question in a minute. But what I'm
Who,
saying is,
who got a question?
what?
What question?
No, because I understand that you were saying you didn't like the fact that he said struggle streamer. Well, I didn't like the fact that
No, I,
he.
I was saying altogether, I didn't like how he responded to his daughter
Right, right, right.
as a father and as an adult and as an elder.
Oh boy, this is the person that
But I didn't
knows
have a
Umar
question
best.
though.
Hold on. This is the person that knows Umar better than I do. Here he is. We gonna get juicy now.
What's up, brother?
What up, bro? Go ahead. Spell it. Spell it. Go ahead.
Brother. Listen, um, we go a long way,
Uh-huh.
right?
A very long way.
Right. Very long way. We gotta use common sense. We can support, but we can't be naive to the truth, man. It's nothing wrong with supporting somebody. It's not. No. It's. But you just cannot just be just willfully just overlooking the obvious in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on, brother. We there is something greatly wrong with what he is doing and how he got to this point. When we had this discussion, offline and online, I was trying to give rise to the fact that he has shown a lack of discipline when it comes to being around women. Every time this man has gotten in trouble, major situations, it was behind women. Am I being correct, or let me know if I'm saying something that's not correct?
I'm trying to. I'm
I mean,
visualizing.
every time,
I'm visualizing and I'm calculating as you go along. So
all of the major issues, that scandals that Umar Johnson has gotten himself involved in, it's with women.
let's
And I don't
start.
even
Let's
want, I
start
don't
with
even
the
want to
basic
bring up
one.
the I don't even want to bring up the examples. But the fact of the matter is that, you know, he's publicly talked about the two daughters that he has, right? It's obvious that he is not the greatest father in the world. Okay, he brought up the issues of not seeing his children.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, at the end of the day, you chose to lay down with these women. You didn't offer any of those women marriage. Okay, so when you impregnate a woman and she invests time, a large percentage of women will feel some type of way that you didn't marry them.
Agreed.
So what you thought you was just gonna create children with women, and they didn't feel like, you didn't think any of those women wanted marriage or wanted a family? Oh, you decide, I'm going to impregnate. This came out of his mouth, We-On-Loc. I'm going to date you, have sex with you, impregnate you, but I can't marry you yet. Let's wait. Let's date a few more years. Dating with a child? Dating is over when you have children. Dating with children?
Says you.
What is no longer dating? Let me know if I'm sounding out of what the hell? What the hell is dating with children?
There's a lot, dude. There's a
There's
lot of
no more
niggas.
dating. There's no more dating when you're with children. When you have children, there's
I
no more
want you
dating
to
with that person.
put a
Now
percentage on it,
everything is
bro.
about
Bro,
that
put a
child.
percentage on it. Put a percentage on how many Negroes date women, get them pregnant, and don't put a ring on it.
There's a large percentage, but we're not talking about other men. We're talking about Umar Johnson.
But you're missing the bigger threat,
No, it's
bro.
no. We're missing his picture. See, he is held to a different standard. Okay,
Yeah,
the
because
standard that
he
he
has a
professed
figure.
that the community should uphold, that black men should uphold.
So again, so you can't take his word and spread it across the community as if it were your word. You can't do that.
Well, I married my wife, so I can spread whatever
But you
I could talk
but
about.
you
I
know what
married the
I
woman
mean,
that
bro.
has my children. I mean, he
I
didn't.
know I know that, but you know what I mean.
Yes, but he has to practice it.
But this is the reason why we're here. The reason why is not to go back down memory lane. The reason why we're here is because he said out of his mouth today that he texted his youngest daughter because his oldest daughter is blocked. But
His
he's trying
oldest
to
daughter
do
should not be blocked. Why would you block your own
that.
daughter?
That's on the
That's
mom.
ridiculous. What the hell is
And
that?
his oldest daughter posted a video earlier of the text message he sent her asking to get
Yeah, I saw
together
that.
for lunch.
That the
There's
one
no,
from yesterday.
let me tell you something, We-On-Loc. I don't give a damn what my daughters do. I got two daughters, and they adult. I got a daughter the same age as his daughter, and I got a daughter that's older. There's no way in hell I'm blocking my daughters for any circumstance.
Get
Period.
that to the mom. But again, we're not trying
No,
to
no,
go
no, no,
back
no, no. That has nothing. No, that's a
in memory lane.
22-year-old woman. This is not. That's another thing we need to kill on. This is not a child. This is a 22-year-old woman.
Right.
Yes, and he's going to be in communications with.
So my position is, he don't need to sit down with the mother for anything at this point.
Right.
All he has to do is go visit his child, or they can meet and set up without the mother and discuss your side of the story. We don't need
Right.
the
Right.
mother. The mother is irrelevant at this
Okay.
point.
Okay, there
Right.
you go. All right.
We
There
don't need, we need the mother for what?
Right. Right.
That's grandstanding. We don't need let's sit down with you and the mom. No, you need to sit down with
Well,
your daughter
that's
and
what I'm
establish
just saying
a
that's what he said.
relationship.
What he wanted. That's
You
what he
need,
said. What he wanted.
and he needs to be,
you
and
are
no,
but you are right. But you are 100%
nobody.
right.
He is the one that should be reaching out to
Mhm.
his daughter or daughters and establish. It is not their job to reach out to him. Even the 22-year-old, as an adult, particularly if you felt like you did not have the right relationship,
Mhm.
it is the job of your parent, the neglectful parent, to reach out to your child. You didn't establish a strong enough relationship where you should be expecting your children to reach out to you as adults. You
And
didn't
he
build
has freely
you didn't
admitted
build
that.
that relationship for that.
And
So
he
you
has
should
freely admitted that, of course.
so he needs to reach out to his oldest daughter and have a conversation that's just not related just to this, but just about her goddamn life, her
Mhm.
goals. Like, are you investing in your child's life? She only 22 years old.
He admitted it.
She's
What
still
did he
college.
admit?
She's still college age.
Yeah, but what did he admit? Which you say he admit? What did he admit? That he didn't have a relationship with his oldest
He
daughter?
admitted that he could have had a stronger relationship with his daughters growing up.
Yes, he did. He did admit
He
to
was.
that.
Mhm.
But we
That's
unlock.
why
We can't.
And he also admitted that this very day that this was going to haunt him. That
Well,
she
Yeah,
that
I
was.
and
saw
you
that
know
video.
oh,
he
okay.
did nothing about it.
I did see that video. Somebody brought that video up earlier on TikTok, so I did see that.
Yeah, I saw that too. So what you were gonna do when she made 18? You had 4 years to repair the relationship.
Oh yeah, when did he say that? When did he say as far as it was going to come back to haunt him? When did he say that?
That as far as the mom allowing the child to come out and speak against him
Uh,
on social media.
oh, he said. Oh, he admitted
He
it. Oh, okay.
anticipated that, so he kept the white man, what he quote unquote the white man's
White
paperwork.
man's paperwork.
But I mean, let's not call it white man's paperwork.
Yeah.
You
That's
had
his.
white man's paperwork for that real estate deal for the building. The white lawyer. I mean, let's not do all of this. Let's the white man anything.
Do we have to go there, D? Like
No,
really?
no. I'm just saying. Let's not try to act like you went through this process that you didn't want to. That's outside the community. You had 4 years. Since this girl was 18 years old, where she could have communicated with you without the influence of the mother.
I mean, I don't
And
mean to sound cruel, but fuck 18. What about 6? What about
no,
7?
no.
8?
I'm talking
9?
about what. No, I'm talking about without the see. I'm talking about without the influence of the mother. At 18,
Goddamn,
she's an
you talking?
adult at this point, so you don't need to go through the as a mind you'd have to go through the mother to
Right.
out. But at this point, at 18 years old, I'm pretty sure that your daughter needed assistance to get a car, her driver's license, clothes, um, other financial needs.
See, that's why I think it's a lot. It's a lot.
Come on,
that,
man. Like we can't, this is a pivotal point in any child's life, transitioning from childhood to adulthood.
See, that's why I think when he said it was going to come back to him, because it's a lot that's missing. Even though a child could be with the mother, if he's saying, because I don't know, I'm just speculating. if he's saying that the mother was an influence, that influence still can go within a child, even as an adult.
That's
So,
true.
so
Yep.
I don't know, but some children don't let their parents weigh their mind. So she might have been that type of child. She might have been, yeah, my mom said these things, but I still wanted to get to know my father. And if she did, and he still pushed away, then that will come back to haunt him, because he may think that she's going to act like the mother, but he's anticipating. And by him being a person in psychology and went to school and is a doctor, he should know what a child is thinking and anticipate it and then act accordingly.
Well, due to the fact, because I am a person in that field too. I mean, that's a bit unfair when you are a person that's, you're not looking at things as objective when you're actually the party involved. But I get the logic in that. And the thing about it is, he's looking at it from a standpoint of a father, not necessarily a psychologist. So
as you being in that field,
no, you don't. No, when you're a person, you're also a person.
No. I'm saying this. I'm saying by you being in that field, are you saying that you cut that off?
Yes, you can cut that off when you're dealing with personal relationships. You don't operate the same way as you're dealing with people in a professional environment. Yes, okay, you still have the knowledge. Yes, you understand, but when you are a dad, you're not acting like a dad and a therapist at the same time.
Well, okay. Well, I guess some people don't.
Yeah, you did that. That's just not how it works. That's just not how.
No, but I'm saying, I can see your point, and I believe some.
Yeah, he's looking at it from a biased standpoint. He's looking at it. He's not looking at it from an objective. It's more from a subjective standpoint, because he has feelings, he has emotions. There's issues of the relationship with the mother and things of that sort. So you're not going to look at things totally objective, but I do get the fact that, being that, yes, we do fundamentally understand the psychology of a child at that age and what they should be thinking would be best. But when you are acting also from another position as father, and the fact that you missed out on a lot, and there's issues with the mom and the family and all that stuff, you're not going to be objective. You just
okay. So I guess you're saying even if he does turn on his psychology part, by you being a father, your emotions can override.
Yes, it's going to override that. It will. That's just the nature of human beings, and also you have to understand, your family member or child or whomever don't see you as everybody else, as opposed to a client that merely sees you as a clinician. They see you as the person. So if you it's not going to be well received.
No. I get that. I know the family member is not going to see. I understand that, but I was just thinking, as far as on his part, as far as by him being in that field, and because I've heard him speak on things as far as the kids and stuff like that when they going through mental issues and things like that. I would think that he would know maybe what she's going through, because he's dealt with many of kids.
He knows what she's going through, but he is got to look at it from the lens of his part in causing that.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And also the fact that he has issues with the mother.
Right. Okay.
Which can alter his effectiveness in making, rational decisions about that, because you do understand that, but there's so many layers to it because you're actually part of this problem. So he had 4 years from the time she was 18. He could have communicated with her without the mom's intervention.
Right.
He didn't know when she contacted him, he didn't even know who it was. And that's facts, We-On-Loc. So
now let me ask you this, Derail. Is it Derail?
It's Derail.
Derail?
Yeah.
You said Derail?
No, it's
Derail.
Derail. Let me ask you this. What did you think about the live that he did, the IG live that he did? Do you think he was deflecting or gaslighting
Um.
during that live?
Okay. So my perception of the IG live is that he was not taking accountability. So he was deflecting. He continued to put the responsibility on, I didn't do anything wrong. This was all the mother. And we need to talk and have this conversation. The whole thing about, his enemies and all this other different stuff and blaming the mother for a lot. No, the mother couldn't stop her from doing a damn thing. She a grown woman. Now, if she was 16 or 15 doing this, it'd be something different. Her mother could not stop a grown 22-year-old from doing anything she wanted to do on social media.
I agree.
So what I would have wanted to hear was the responsible thing would have been, I'm going to take a break from social media. I need to heal my relationship with my daughter. I'm not going to answer questions. I'm not going to make more content. I'm not going to respond and make a spectacle of my daughter or myself. And I'm going to have interactions with her, and that's going to be our business.
You really think he's going to take a break from social media?
Well, that's what I'm telling you. As a clinician, you want to know? I'm a clinician. As a clinician, in the outside looking in, objectively speaking, since Von Erich asked me, like, what this is what he should be doing. This is what, if I had a client with this same issue, which I've had clients with similar issues with social media, that's what I would advise Umar Johnson to do. Take a break from social media, quit speaking on his daughter and the mother, because see, what you don't understand, speaking ill of the mother only antagonizes his daughter.
I agree.
Stop it. That's not helping. Quit worrying about making yourself look good to the public, because you look bad enough. Focus. Take a break. Look, take a week to whatever you got to do. This is, to me, this should not be, like, you're right, Will, like anybody's business, right? But he made this everybody's business. And you keep going, the more you keep responding and giving comments and doing videos, you're making it worse.
I agree.
There's a lot of people that don't. It wouldn't even matter if he didn't talk about it, because there's a lot of people that hate him anyway.
It doesn't
But
matter.
see, We-On-Loc, you keep saying a lot of people hate him, but honestly, I have been looking at comments, and I've seen more comments of people being disappointed because they did like him versus saying that they hated him and they were glad to see him fall. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you might have a little sector on YouTube that might hate him, but overall, like, the thousands of comments that I'm seeing, I'm not seeing hate. I'm seeing disappointment, and it's a difference. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
Okay, Umar does have a large. He does have a percentage.
He does have a large following, but you and I both know
there are people that want to see him fall. Let's we
Of
can't deny it.
course.
But he has a lot of support. He has overwhelming support. But
Right.
with that being said, if we want, this is a family issue that has become public. The
Right.
more he talks, the worse it gets.
I agree.
Because
But I
he
just
keeps talking ill of the mother, which that mother raised that girl, that lady. So you think she wasn't there talking bad about the person that actually raised her? That's a miscalculation.
I guess that's what the father. I guess he's going by the father side.
We honestly are skipping. We are honestly skipping through the mother. That ain't cool, bro. That is not cool. That's not cool. So obviously she's just getting away with a lot right now. It's like all the other women. They're just getting away with a whole freaking lot. So you mean to tell me he didn't want nothing to do with his child? Didn't want to be in his child's life? Really?
Okay. So he did want to be in the child's life, right? Let's say that's the case. How do you, as a father, claim you want to be so much in this child's life and you missed every major milestone in her life? That came out of her mouth. So
I'm not talking
he
about
needs to.
now.
There's no way you should have missed every major milestone in her life. Especially if you got white man's paperwork that gives you the ability to see your children. I don't see the reason why you couldn't. If it's an issue that he talked about having unsupervised visits, tell me the reason why the judge didn't grant you unsupervised visits. And if the judge granted you unsupervised visits with your child and the mother didn't abide by that, then you need to go back to court to make sure that she abides by those rules.
But how many times did they have to go to court? Didn't they go to court multiple times between him and the first mom?
Again, that's part of the process.
Part of the process.
That's part of the process.
I think that's the thing. Because I would like to know about that, because I guess sometimes, because I had homeboys, sometimes it gets so frustrating. Every time you turn around, you gotta go to court. Because he did speak on. I think I said something like that. Every
Mr.
time
Brown,
you turn around,
can you mute?
I gotta go to court. I win, and then I still gotta go to court because she still violated. It's not like they're gonna put her in jail. It's not like they're going to do this to her, do that to her.
Well,
I would like to know about
a
that.
judge can force her to abide by it, or she'll lose custody.
But that depends on what state.
Yeah, but you have to follow the judge's order. You can't just cannot follow judge order without repercussions.
And what's the and think about it? What's the repercussion? Because it depends on
on what happened. You right. can if he. I'm gonna say this. I've been in situations with family court, and I know that for a fact. Every time in my situation and seeing things when a mother or a father did not abide by the court order, and they were brought back to court, the judge would alter the agreement in favor of the person who was abiding by the rules.
Yeah,
I'm just saying like that you just can't do that. People think the mothers just can do what they want without any pushback from court. Yes, they can. Every time I've seen that happen, and if someone was diligent in the legal system with going through it the right way legally, some of them, you can sue for permanent custody, for primary custody. I've seen that happen.
I've seen it.
You just can't do that.
I've seen it happen, but I only see it. It's rare cases. I've seen them take advantage because like he said, they take advantage because they ain't. It's not like they're going to jail. But if that child support don't think you, it's a big possibility you going to jail. But as far as
he's paying child support, so
I've seen child support reduce.
Yeah, I've seen that too. I've
seen mothers go to jail for going against custody or visitation.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that you have
court orders.
But is those cases mount up to a lot? That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you might have seen some cases and stuff like that, but is it mount up to most women does abide by the court orders? You have to remember. A lot of women out there is
most people, to be honest with you, most women and men abide by the court order. Most do. But then you got another percentage that don't. But on most situations, a judge hands out shared custody, which is usually in the favor of the mom. Okay. Right. And so in most cases, you get weekends or you get every other week or whatever, and that's just what it is, and you got to abide by that. they can make some modifications.
Mm-hmm.
But that usually most people abide by their custody. Usually the men um want more time than what they're granted, and sometimes that gets denied. That's usually what I've seen happen. You know, but
I've seen that. I've seen my ex is a supervisor of child support, and the stories and and mm, I've seen that, and it's not like she can say force her to do it. No,
but
you got
see, but see that,
you
that's
got to
some.
go to
But
court.
that's also some other things we got to understand. Umar was not available
Mm-hmm.
to his children. All the traveling he was doing, um, there could have
Mm-hmm.
been some other issues as far as him not being happy with the whatever the
Right.
agreement that was made.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know,
That's why I said it's more to it that I would like to
yeah,
know.
there is more to it, but to me, I, they've
Yeah.
made it so public, man. I
Yeah.
really don't want to get. I really don't want to. To me, it's none of my. I don't even want to get in all of that.
That
But
Right.
he's
that's what I
made
was
it so
trying to
public.
get to.
You know, he's made it so public. Now people want to know why were
Right.
you not given
Right. Right.
access to your child?
Right.
Hold on a second, D. This is We-On-Loc Nation. Who is this? You're on mute.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
It's CC. What's going on, bro?
Oh, what's up, player? What's up, T?
What up? What up?
Hey, what's going on? Hey, Darrell, I tried to get on your stream last night, but I got this new iPhone and I don't know how to work it, man.
Okay.
Yeah, it's my first iPhone. I don't know how to. I'm an Android dude, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, Carrie had said something yesterday. She was saying that you go to
You go
You go
they
to
to
what?
when you go to family court to negotiate custody, right? And in most cases, that's not true. The family court, you know, you go through a master first, then you see a judge. Now, the master will determine a temporary custody agreement or temporary custody order until you see a judge. But a judge only determines who's the parental, the primary custodial parent, and the visitational parent. Now, like you said a few minutes ago, most of the time the mother is granted the primary custodial parent.
Facts.
And that, that's when the child support part of it comes in, where even if you have 50-50 shared custody of the child, um different states vary, by the way. I don't want to
yeah.
say that this is what goes on cross country, but I live in Pennsylvania. And Pennsylvania, under the Pennsylvania laws, right, if the child is with the primary custodial parent for more than 140 days out the year, then that's the person that's eligible to receive the child support. Now,
Right.
again, I don't know the details of Umar case and what the court ordered or whatnot, but I'm gonna say this, right? I believe that every man should be accountable for um, making sure he's in his child's life. But at the same time, I find it weird that women force you to go to court to see your own kids. That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard in my life. Um, I don't think a judge should be the determining factor of when you should be a father. You know what I'm saying? I
I
just
agree.
don't. I don't understand that whole philosophy, and I think that that's a big issue when it comes to family. And I've seen it not just in our community. I've seen it,
Everywhere. That's
family
every
court.
community.
Yeah,
Yeah.
family court. They're not like, well, we're only going to suppress the black people in that. No, trust me,
That's
every
everybody. That's across the board.
everybody, yeah, everybody gets it. So, but yeah, I mean, I just wanted to, tap on that part of that whole situation, because some people, there's a lot of misinformation that was being spread about what a father's rights is compared to a mother's rights and things like that.
But you
Right.
said
It is. But so my whole thing is that my experience is that, you know, when you can, the best scenario is that both parties work out an agreement and don't go to the court system. That is actually the best. Unfortunately, like what he was, to me, he's doing himself a disservice talking about the woman was jealous of him hugging up with other women. All of that shit isn't like, even though that could have been true or not. Like, why are you saying this?
Yeah, no,
Like, how is that helping the situation with you seeing your children?
I have no idea why he
That
would.
shit, like, what? Why would you say she just like, even if she was, or even if she mad she didn't get mad, why
He
are you
said
bringing
both
that up?
of them were jealous of the women that he were posting on his I guess page or something.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
the
So my position
it's
is,
the
you put
ego.
them in a
It's the
position to be
ego of
jealous.
it. Right.
You
Well,
put them in.
Darrell, the again, the problem, well, I'm not going to say as far as this case, but a lot of women weaponize family court, you know,
Ooh, they do.
against
I agree.
they
I agree.
weaponize it, and
Just to be
it gets
vindictive,
ugly. Trust
It
me, it
does
gets
get
real
ugly.
ugly in there.
I see it
right?
all the time.
That's just to be vindictive. But I got a question of the guy. I think it's TC in You said in Pennsylvania, as far as the mother gets it, I understand that. But who's in charge of when it comes to visitation? Who determines what school or
All
anything?
right,
And can a woman deny visitation in Pennsylvania?
all right. So if the woman is the primary custodial parent, right, she's
Mm-hmm.
going to determine what school the child go to.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like as far as like the health care and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as far as the visitation,
Mm-hmm.
there's going to be a schedule. The judge is going to render a schedule. He'll say, all right, you get to see the child every other weekend, starting at Friday from 6 p.m. And you return the child, um let's say Sunday by 6 p.m. He'll give you like 48 hours. Or if it's like a shared situation where um you got them every other week, or y'all rotate weeks. It varies. It really varies. And it depend. A lot of it depend on, like, the work schedule of both parents.
Mm-hmm.
I heard Darrell say something about Umar traveling. I'm pretty sure that played a big factor into determining the visitation and the days and all of that. So it varies. You really, but as far as your question, as far as like who determines what, only
Mm-hmm.
thing the primary custodial parent can determine is the school and the healthcare part of it, and where the child lives, as far as like their primary residence.
Okay,
Um,
so
can
she could take the child and move
out
out
this No,
out the
she can't
state.
move out the state. She can't move out the state.
Can
You
she
know what I'm
move?
saying?
She could just move a farther away that it would be hard for the person to maybe for the man
I've
to maybe
no,
come
I've
to.
seen cases where all right, so here's the thing, right?
Hmm.
If a child is born in Pennsylvania, that's where the child's jurisdiction is, in Pennsylvania.
Right.
Now, if she wants to move like to South Jersey, which is only like 45 to 30 to 45 minutes away from Philadelphia,
Hmm.
that wouldn't be a problem. Same thing with Delaware. That wouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
As long as the father agrees and say, well, it's not going to conflict. She can't just say, oh, I'm gonna move to Texas. No,
Right.
she's going to actually have to go to court and show, like, listen, I got a job offer down there, is good. It'll change my financial situation.
Hmm.
And what'll happen is the father, the visitational parent, more than likely is going to fight it and say, listen, the child was born here in Pennsylvania, this is where the jurisdiction is. If she wants to move to Texas, she could go, but the child should stay here. In some cases, you can actually flip from the being the visitational parent to the actual primary custodial parent. But
Okay.
again, it determines on, who's
Okay.
fit to raise the child, who the court
Right.
seems fit to raise the child. Now, your last question, as far as can the mother refuse?
Mm-hmm.
Um, it all depends on how much Umar is documenting incidents where, like, say if he goes
Facts.
to the house and
Hmm.
she says, no, you can't have your child today, even though it's his weekend, he
Hmm.
got to document it. Then he's going to have to file paperwork, and they're going to go to a court hearing, and that's going to determine if she's in contempt of court. and that she
Mm.
violated the court order. You
Is
know,
it a certain amount? Does it have a limit on that, or that's the term? That's the determined? Because
now most cases I've seen, if
hmm
this happens more than like 2 or 3 times,
hmm
you know, they'll set up a court date. Now, if it only happens one time, she can come up with any excuse. Oh, well, she wasn't feeling well that week, and so I
hmm
decided to keep her home.
hmm
Or, you know, you'll see like some bitterness where you're like, oh, well, you got a new girlfriend. No, I don't want my child around your girlfriend. You can't have her.
hmm
So what had happened is you just document it.
Okay.
You call the police and you say, yo, I'm here to visit my child. She won't let him out here. Now, again, the police can't force her to have, bring the child out.
Right.
Only thing they could do is write a report. You take those reports to the courthouse and you say, listen, she's not cooperating with the court order, and a judge will determine whether or not if she's in contempt.
Okay. I got it. What? Okay.
Yeah, you
Did
just
you want?
you just and so that's why I'm not buying the story about him talking about um he said for one of the parents they wanted to put him on child support and everything, but he could only see the child at the grandmother house.
Well, that's what she stated.
No. That's what he said. He said that story too. He actually stated that in a video about he couldn't have unsupervised visits with his own children. With
I
one
don't
of the
think that
children.
was court ordered though, Darrell.
I know it wasn't court ordered.
Because
That's
no,
my point. It
right.
wasn't court ordered. So my position is that I want to know, like, he was doing things without taking her to court, which is his responsibility.
But
Right.
here's my. But
Because
why?
no judge is ordering you to do that,
Right.
unless there's something that he ain't telling us that a judge don't want him to have unsupervised visits.
Have
Listen,
we heard? Have we
Darrell, that
heard
can't be
anything?
true. I'm gonna tell you why that can't be true, Darrell. Because if there was a situation where he has if a judge say you have supervised visits, it will be held. The supervised visitation here in Philadelphia is held at the courthouse. It wouldn't be held on the grandmother's couch.
But that's what he said. He the one said
The
that.
judge, well, I can guarantee you, no judge ordered that. Well, you're
Exactly.
going to have supervised visits on the grandmother's couch.
So that
No,
lets me know he didn't go through the court system for that
right,
particular child. Because
right,
ain't no way you talking about that's the only way. No, you didn't file the paperwork.
right.
Then
Maybe this.
why would that come out of his lips though? Why would it come out of his lips what the mom said to him? What
But that's what
Oh,
he
he
admitted?
well,
said. He stated that.
that's what the mom determined. The mom probably said, "You only way you could see your daughter is if it's on my mother's couch." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we need to hear the whole story because we it's
Well,
been
to me, the bottom line, if he said that story, when
right,
he said that story, that let me know he didn't file paperwork
right,
for that child, because
right.
ain't no way in hell, if you are granted shared custody, a judge doesn't grant shared custody for you to have unsupervised visits. Shared custody, the child can stay at your house and
Mhm.
spend whatever time that the judge allots for you on the weekends or every other week.
Right.
There's no third party involved in shared custody like that.
So let me. I just
And
want
I have a question.
to go
In
ahead.
Pennsylvania, do they require the fathers to be legitimate, the kids to be legitimized first?
Yes, yes. Now again, that you talking about as far as child support, right?
Yeah, as far as like, because like here in the state of Georgia, that I currently live in,
Mhm.
the father doesn't have automatically rights to the child, to their own child, which is wild to me. I've never
Yep.
heard of
All
it
right,
Yeah.
all right. I'm
until
gonna
I
tell you. I'm
moved
gonna tell
here.
you. I'm gonna tell you that. All right, the determining factor with that is this, right? If the father did not sign the birth certificate in the hospital before any court proceedings is moving forward, they have to take a paternity test, right?
If they
Now,
didn't,
I'm gonna
you
tell
said
you something, right? If a mother files child support against, the father, and if he never signed the birth certificate, he don't ever have to respond to any court papers and never pay child support as long as he don't go down to that courthouse and volunteer to be a part of the court proceedings, because they, in Pennsylvania law, in order to, collect child support from the father, he either has to sign the either had to sign the birth certificate, or he has to, or they have to determine paternity. You know what I'm saying? Now, most of us, signed the birth certificate in the court. I mean, in the hospital. So once they get your information, they send a paper. You have to go down there. But if if the father never signed the birth certificate, she could file all the paperwork she wants. If he never responds, nothing never happens.
Wow. But wait a minute. So if she goes to court and say he's the father, they won't grant her no child support?
If they got to determine paternity, they got to make sure that child is his first. If he never volunteers to take a DNA test or prove that that child is his, I've seen people return the sender. They return the paperwork right back to the courts.
Wow. Because the reason why I'm saying wow, because I seen an interview with Too Short, and Too Short, and that's why I was with Miss Nebraska talking about Georgia. Too Short was saying women take a lot of rappers to court and get child support, and they didn't even sign the birth certificate. They just went to court and say, "Hey, he's the father."
Hey, listen, different states vary. In Pennsylvania, you
Wow.
have to determine paternity.
Okay.
And here's
So
the thing, right? It's the funny thing, right?
Mhm.
So if what they do is, right,
Mhm.
you got to pay. If you are the father,
Mhm.
you got to pay automatic $500 fee for taking they charge you $500 to take that DNA test.
Wow. Wow.
If it turns out you're not the father, you scot free. You just walk away. But some
Wow.
people just don't. They just ignore it.
Wow. And they could do that for the entire time. They could just ignore. You can't. They don't go to court and get a person a court order to force them to take it or anything like that.
As long as listen, I know a rapper. It's funny that you brought up Too Short. I know a rapper here in Philly where a girl tried to say that he was the father of his child, and
Right.
he just never responded to the paperwork. He never responded to it, and
Wow.
it just went away.
Mm. Wow.
But
Well,
he never signed the birth
there's a
certificate. Once you sign a birth
situation.
certificate, though, you locked in.
Okay. I got it.
There's a situation similar to that as well with Sean Carter in New Jersey
Right,
with his
right,
adult son.
Oh wow.
right. Because the son that claims that he's Jay-Z's son,
Mhm.
Jay-Z won't take he won't take the paternity test, so he could never, be
Oh, so it never determined. Okay, I got it.
right.
The state of New Jersey made him father by default though.
Well, that's because they took an ancestry test or something, where it was like, and that's another loophole too. If the
Uh-huh.
state actually has your DNA, because some people, the state has their DNA where, like, say if you're a convicted felon, before you
Mhm.
release from parole, the state takes your DNA. This was like started in like 2007. But if the state has your DNA, they don't have to wait for you to take the. They could just go to the data
Right.
and match it up that way.
So, but if he was the father by default, can they make him pay child support then?
Oh,
Like what she just said about Sean Carter. If he's the father by
Oh,
default.
his child is an adult now,
Oh, okay.
but I don't think was he the father by default when the boy was underage. I can't remember.
no, the kid waited till he was an adult to look for it, and I think I think his mom told him like, yeah, and he kept trying to. Same thing happened. Same thing's going on with Oprah too. There's a kid out here claiming that Oprah's his mother.
What?
Whoa, I didn't hear about that one.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Wow. Oh, didn't she talk about that? She gave up a
Over
child.
65 years old.
Yeah.
It's,
Oh,
wow.
wow.
Now
Oh,
Oprah is 71.
Right. But didn't she say she gave a child up? Didn't she say that or something? Or no?
I don't know the story behind that, but I do know that there's a kid out here claiming that Oprah's his mother, He
Wow.
actually walked up on her during the press conference, and she walked out the press conference. Like, I ain't got time for this, and walked away.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn,
That's crazy. That's something.
damn. That is
That's
deep.
something else right there.
That's deep.
Yeah.
But well, in this particular situation, all we're gonna end up doing is just going on his word. Just go on his word and just leave it at that. Um, hopefully, and he's right. He's right. It's the relationship between two adults, and we're just gonna go based by that. And of course, because everybody's getting a little pound of flesh on right now. If you look, you will see everybody's getting a pound of flesh on, and rightfully so.
Mm.
But does he care about that? No, he don't, and he shouldn't, because it's nobody's business. I don't even think why we're so adult about certain situations, but we want to act like kids in other situations because it just don't make no fucking sense.
Now, I will say personally, and this is just in my opinion, um, it's very disappointing over the last few years to see these black men in Hollywood or celebrities or what have you, or popular content creators just respond reckless to their kids on social media. What was the R&B singer dude, Brian McKnight, 50 Cent,
Brian McKnight.
yes, Brian McKnight.
Oh my
Oh yeah, is that when he said,
god.
is that when he said I had my job when I was in a center or something like and stuff like that? And he
Just the pettiness, that the stuff
yeah.
he was saying about his kids publicly is just not cool at all, you know. And it doesn't put our men in a good light either, with them responding like that. And then you already have this stereotype about black men and fatherhoods. So,
But
in
but
my
but
opinion, it is
but do you
disappointing
think
to keep seeing this over and over again, with these black fathers responding reckless to their kids publicly. And it's like, come on, bro, really?
but do you
Seriously?
think that do you think as far as Brian McKnight, because all that you never heard anything until all it got to a certain time. He's been taking care of them. When he stopped, because the things they was doing, that's when they came and took it to public to try to destroy his reputation. Now, if he did not say anything,
What did they bring to the public that try
they
to
said
destroy his
he wasn't
reputation?
taking care of them.
Huh?
They said that he wasn't providing for them.
He
They
wasn't
said
waiting for them?
providing,
Yep,
providing.
Oh,
providing
but
for
they're
him.
oh, okay. I didn't see that.
Yeah, this it was the ones that he had.
I didn't see that because they're all grown kids.
Right. But nothing was said about Brian McKnight until he stopped. He stopped doing the things that he
But
was
does that warrant a father and an adult to go on social media and say, "Oh, I got this Asian woman pregnant, and I'm having a biracial baby, and forget about my black kids now. I'm gonna focus on him, and they're dead to me." Does that warrant that response to your kids?
No,
I didn't see that. I didn't see that as far as him saying. I
Yeah.
heard I know he said that he had those kids when he was in
And
sin
then
and
meanwhile,
people was
fighting
upset
cancer.
about it. Huh?
I said,
Which
meanwhile, your son is fighting cancer. So it really made it look just very distasteful and just, ugh.
which son? Which son?
damn.
Either I think it's the second son.
The one that he had before the Asian or after?
He has like 3 kids with his ex-wife. These are the
Hmm.
kids that I'm talking about.
Oh
And
wow.
and the one kid that has cancer, you saying he's not taking care of that kid?
No, I'm saying why respond in a such nasty manner to your child who's currently fighting cancer?
That's not.
I get
I don't think he responding to that one.
Yeah, the boy has cancer.
No, no, no. I'm talking about as far as him responding because it was two kids. No, it was one kid, one boy that was saying all of that. Is you saying that one boy that was saying a lot about Brian McKnight, he has cancer?
No. Not him, the other boy. The other boy has cancer.
Okay, but
And
Brian
Brian
McKnight was
McKnight
responding to
publicly
him.
came out and said that pretty much his kids with the S are like dead to him, and he don't want nothing to do with them and all this other crazy stuff.
Nah,
Um,
I don't think he was
but
talking about
does
Brian.
that response warrant, your kids saying, "Oh, you don't take care of us no more"? No,
No, that I don't believe he was responding to that part with the cancer.
I read it. So
Oh, so you saying that he was talking about the part with the cancer?
what?
You can, when he Brian Knight
you got
responded to the kid, that one that he was responding to because it was a boy that he said he was taking care of him. He was doing this and doing
Yeah,
that,
that was
right?
not the child who has cancer.
Okay,
What
but
I'm
he said,
saying is, when he responded, he is putting all of his kids in one pot that he had with his ex-wife,
and I
and
think
that
that's
included the child who also has cancer.
nah. I don't think he.
When you're saying your kids with an S are dead to you, to me that does not warrant that kind of response to your kids saying, "Why you stop taking care of us?" or whatever it was.
Nah, I don't think that. I think that might have been a misquote. I think that whoever wrote that article put add that
It
in there.
wasn't an article. It's on his page. He made several posts on his own IG page because people were dragging him for
hold on,
weeks.
hold on.
People were dragging
Breaking
him
news.
for weeks
Hey,
all over social media.
hold on. Breaking news. We gotta look at this. The daughter just responded. So this is I hope you're ready.
And this is where Double D Mother makes her exit because shit is getting weird. And I'm not going to be a part of this whole debacle. So this will be my final video on the Dr. Umar biological daughter deadbeat allegations. I'm not going to be a part of this because it's looking real fishy. I told y'all yesterday that I felt like the way Dr. Umar was responding because he was making it out to be a joke. I felt like it was maybe for clicks and views, and the things that is coming out of his alleged daughter. It appears that this is a money grab, and I can't be a part of those shenanigans. So let's get into the latest. Again, this is my final video. So she posted a video where she alleged, this is from Dr. Umar Johnson, where he is saying that he is disappointed in her online behavior, and he wants to have lunch with her and her mother, and he wants her to text the location. This is what she had to say. right players. Black people, we got to do better. She said that she wanted to hold black men accountable, but in my opinion, her um, conduct, on that live stream, it just maybe, she does sound like she has a lot of hurt in her. So I'm gonna play devil's advocate and say maybe she's just like through with even trying to build a relationship with Dr. Umar and just want to get what she can get out the situation. Maybe that's what it is, but this is a broader conversation that needs to be had about people conducting themselves one way online and being another way in real life. And this was an opportunity to have that conversation, but I feel like she squandered it with her behavior on live. Now she did say she's gonna do an interview with Tasha K. I'm not paying to watch it, but hey, it is what it is. Y'all put it in the comments. It's Double D Muff for the Black Community.
That's oh god. He's gonna have to fix this. He's gonna have to fix it. Did did you hear that? Did you hear all of it?
Yeah, that was new.
Yeah.
I
But
saw that
because
earlier.
you put out the video. You're the one that put out the video.
Huh?
She's the one that put out the video.
Right, I'm saying that's not brand new. That was yesterday.
Oh, I didn't even hear that. But, hold on. I gotta. Y'all talk amongst yourself.
Yeah, it's go. I think this response triggered her to do what she's doing now.
But she is hurt. You can hear the hurt in her voice. She's hurt.
Yeah, but do you think that? Yes, she's hurt. But do you think some of that hurt comes from also the mother influence, or what? Or no?
It could possibly stem from the mother, but I think the majority of it stems from her father not being there.
Do you think when he said
With kids, you could give them excuses all day. They're not gonna care about the excuse per se. They want to know that did you fight? Did you really fight for them? So I believe what the other guy said earlier, the clinical guy, he needs to sit down with his daughter without the mother and explain to the daughter his side of the story of why he was absent her whole life or what have you. And, let her make the decision if she still wants to have a relationship with him or not.
Yeah, I don't see her accepting the way she, like you just said, how she feel. That's a deep feeling that.
Yeah, she's 22, so a lot of 22-year-olds, of course, she's hurt,
Right.
teenagers when they vent, of course, but
That's gonna take a
I mean,
while.
not to say that she could change her mind, but
Yeah, that's
also kids, they want to see action. It's all about action, especially if they had an absent father their whole lives. So if he's gonna show up, he needs to show up for real, for real.
Yeah, that's true.
But like I was saying earlier, just over the last couple of years of seeing these black fathers publicly respond recklessly to their kids, as I named a few celebrities, 50 Cent, Brian McKnight, and all that. It's kind of sucks.
50 Cent. What? That's the thing about. It's that the moment he was going back and forth about the house and everything. It's just a lot.
Yeah, 50 Cent was going back and forth with his son, his older son.
Yeah.
And we all know Curtis is very petty as hell.
Right.
And it's like
Hold on. Now, this is the first time. Sorry, I'm back. This is the first time, and mute up there, mute up. That's mute up. This is the first time I've heard this. This is what? This is not even but 10 hours ago. And you gonna do this? After he said he wanted to have lunch with you. Now you could have argued with him. You could have argued with him on, on the way there or whatever. But this is the problem. This is what I just said. This is the problem with social media. Anybody can say anything. Anybody can do anything. But she's gonna get dragged. She's gonna get dragged even worse now. I don't want no parts of it, dude. I want no parts of it. And people should feel the same way. But people want click and a view. That was disgusting. Did she really just go off on? No, at first I thought she mentioned something about money in his Instagram or YouTube or whatever. He don't even have a YouTube page. It went over 20,000. I'm like, so your father is a known figure. He has 1.1 million subscribers. Well, what does that have to do? And then I look, this is gaining traction. This is scary.
Yeah,
Holy.
We-On-Loc. I think he should have responded. He should have responded as far as when he said to meet with her and to talk with her. He should have responded with that first, because like Miss Nebraska saying, how he responded to her sparked that what you just showed. When he said to her, as far as the Smurf and what stuff disrespecting her like that, like she's just doing that because she's trying to get something from him, and she said that she wasn't. So, but if he would have said, "Hey, yes, me and my daughter are having some problems, but what I'm gonna do is reach out to her so we can sit down, like Nebraska and the brother Darrell saying, I'm gonna sit down, talk with her so we can get our things straightened, our relationship straightened out." Not saying that she's a Smurf and she's a this and that you just sparked something, and as a 22-year-old, like Miss Nebraska said, you just sparked something deep, and that's what is going
on. This is again. I'm after this. I'm done. I'm done. This is between them, and this is between him and her. I'm done. I am so freaking done. This is just disgusting. You would use the internet. Look, I can't even speak. You would use the freaking internet to antagonize your father, but at the same time, Umar with the whole baby smart. I'm not touching it. I mean, his career, his reputation is already taken a hit, a real huge hit. So maybe he needs to apologize or something. I don't know, but I'm gonna say it again.
Well, that would have been my
I'm gonna
first
say
thing.
it again for the last time. Just
That would have been my
prepare
first
the
thing if I was a parent. If my child came to social media because they couldn't get in contact with me by phone and they were angry and made that, accusation, that would have been my first thing, was to apologize publicly. Not right. This struggle streamer,
gosh.
this little girl struggle streamer, she trying to get clout. Yeah, of course that's gonna ignite a 22-year-old. She's 22. He's how old? 40 something. So of
He's
course that's
50.
gonna ignite something.
on. Yeah, he responded You could tell that wasn't the clinical Dr. Umar that responded to that. That was
That was more like the egotistical one. I get it.
right,
Yeah.
right,
But there ain't
right,
nothing. There ain't nothing they can. At this point, I would not be on social media right now. Yeah,
right,
I get it. I would not be on social media. I let this cool off,
right.
and if
I
if
mean, I,
you can't,
I would. Do you think that he should do his? He still should do his what his things that he does on. I believe. Do you think he should stay doing that, but just don't respond to as far as what him and his daughter going through, but still do what his activism that he does? Do you believe he still should do that?
he's still doing it now.
Yeah.
He's in
Okay.
Sweden right now.
Okay. So you just saying he shouldn't, as far as go on social media when it comes to talking about
Don't go on social media and talk about this. Just
right.
leave it alone, and don't speak about it publicly.
Hmm.
Do this thing privately. Get with
Hmm.
your doctors, plural, and handle it. Just handle it. But she go. You said she going on Tasha K. Tasha K. I'm Tasha K. I'm not worried about Tasha K because she still owe money to Cardi B, $4 million worth. So I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, but she's still getting I still got a big audience though. She's still got a big audience, and she's going to pay that probably that 22-year-old. I mean, his daughter. She probably going to pay her too because that 4 million she ain't paying. She ain't going to pay that 4 million. She said that 4 million going to be over her for the rest of her
If I
life.
really
She ain't gonna pay all that.
shit, if I really wanted to get petty, if I really wanted to get petty, if I'm Umar, if I really wanted to get petty, I'd have mentioned that every live stream about Tasha K. Because this is not her first go around on Dr. Umar. Just because he won't go on her show. Yeah, it'll be a mess.
Ask Miss Nebraska. Miss Nebraska, do you think that if she goes on Tasha K, do you think it would be a detrimental to Tasha K or to the door? Do you think it's going to hurt any type of way?
I think anybody that goes on Tasha K is gonna hurt themselves.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you're right.
Because Tasha K has a messy platform. You know, her job is to, expose people
right.
and what.
She exposes herself half the time. But guess what? She's gotten into many altercations, and one of them happens to be Jaguar Wright. Did you know that Jaguar Wright called her out in a fist fight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that.
What Mr. Nebraska said about her going on there, that would hurt her. So, like you said, y'all saying she's messy, but she still gets. I mean, look at. It's not like she lost any subscribers or any. She still is. After that what she did with Cardi B, she still has, and still her platform is growing. So I'm just saying, how is it going to hurt her?
I don't know.
Because a lot of people, a lot of the haters of Lamar, Dr. Umar is definitely going to tune in for that. And then the people who was hurt, like what Nebraska said, they was hurt, even though they looked at him as a good person, they were still disappointed. They going to tune in just to hear what the daughter got to say.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I said I can't see how it will actually hurt the girl.
I'm probably going to I'm gonna have to make a sacrifice. I'm gonna have to make a sacrifice,
And what?
and I'm gonna have to tell this. I'm gonna have to tell this dude. Seriously. I'm gonna have to tell him, stop going on social media and talking about your daughter like this.
But he needs to
Stop.
hear it. He needs to hear from people like you, because that's a part of making him accountable. One man from another to another man.
He put me in the book. What you think he's gonna do to me? It's not like I mean, it's not like it's gonna make a difference because I'm gonna still support him no matter what. But do, do you not see that this is gonna be damaging to not only to your reputation but hers? It's one
I
of
don't
those
see it.
50-50.
I don't
It's like
see
one
it.
of those 50-50 deals, like, you know what I mean?
I think it's more on, it'll be more on his part though. I think it'll be more on his part because the way he responded. So it will be more on his part. But if he had came out and just apologized at the beginning, as far as what
That's crazy.
transpired as far as her getting online, he could have just said it's a lot there that I'm unable to explain online on social media. So what I'm going to do is
I agree, Vaughn.
have a talk
You
with my
wanna?
and then take care of that. But by him responding like that, people's not gonna let that go. His haters definitely ain't gonna let it go. And then the people that is on his side, they ain't gonna let. They're gonna be like, wait a minute, hold up. Until they able to see clearly and it gotta be clear. Then they would say, you know what, she is about this or she about that. Yeah, but they still gonna be like, well, you should have responded this way. That right there really, you know,
So
really hurt.
Umar Johnson said that he was a
Hold on a second. And this chick's getting on my nerves too.
clinical
Oh, I think I
psychologist.
see her.
Do y'all believe the young
In
lady
the
who
world that
came
he's a
out?
clinical psychologist as well as the most requested black scholar, right? Now, when we break down clinical psychologist, what does it mean? Let's go to Google to read a definition real quick. Hold up. And by all means, I want you guys to stay with me on this one. So, a clinical psychologist is a mental health professional who specializes in the assessment, diagnosis, and treatment of mental, emotional, and behavior disorders. Okay. Behavior disorders, mental and emotional. Okay. And then it further says they use evidence based psychological theories and techniques to help individuals understand and manage their conditions. Okay. So we're not going to read the rest, but I'm going to tell you why I read y'all this definition. Okay. I'm going to tell you why I read y'all that definition. So again, this is an individual that claims that he's a clinical psychologist, but yet he took the internet to tell the world that he has white man's paperwork, okay, to so-called debunk why he hasn't been in his child's life. He referred to his daughter as baby Smurf. Okay. He referred to his daughter and her mother as baby Smurf and mama Smurf. Completely and totally disrespectful. But this is a man that is a clinical psychologist that's supposed to study human behavior.
Help
Follow me
us
here. Okay.
stop.
Now, a clinical psychologist is an individual that is supposed to be able to deal with you on any mental level because they are trained to do so. So you mean to tell me that this man is a clinical psychologist and he could not get along with his daughter and or her mother?
Have a shut your ass.
But you know what? That's what I was saying to the brother that was so Daryl. That's what I was saying. He and basically like what Miss Nebraska was saying, what he should have done, right? Because that's when the clinical part should have came up into his mind. Now I understand what Brother Daryl was saying. Sometimes your father, the father part may your emotions as a father because what she has done. But I think what responded is his reputation, his pride, and
It
that
is now
caused his
after 12
emotions
o'clock.
to act out like that when he responded to her. But that's what I was saying. As a clinical, when he said called her the Smurf, come on. As a clinical psychiatrist, he should have known her response, especially when he knows her and her mother too. Yeah,
This is the part where I say again, this is the reason why we don't know
mhm,
nothing. We
right.
don't know anything. We don't even know if this dude has the actual number, has her number yet.
Mm-hmm,
We don't know. We don't know anything at this moment. The
mm-hmm,
only thing we know is through social media,
right.
and people gonna take it at her word, and people gonna take it at his word, and it all goes back to this is the reason why uh, um, women rule the world is because we can't be fathers to our own children, and then you got the other side of it is these deadbeat dads and all this other stuff, blah 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 blah. You're fueling the internet. You're fueling it. You're just putting more log on the fire, just like this heifer here.
And I hope you
Y'all
guys
will call
have
her heifer.
canceled Umar Johnson.
Mm.
Like I told y'all to do. Go look at my other videos. Okay. Umar Johnson, in case you guys did not know, daughter came out today and said that he did not raise them. She said that he did not raise them and he's never wanted to be a part of her life,
Wait, wait,
allegedly.
wait, 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 wait. You wanna? Oh, you taking it there? You want him dead?
That's what she said?
After 12, whatever, Umar Johnson needs to be canceled and or eliminated. What do you think eliminated means?
Oh, come on.
Bruh,
I'm not
bruh,
going, come on, man.
bruh. Come on, bruh.
I'm not going to put that because I don't know what's in her mind when she defined eliminate.
Eliminated.
That could be eliminated as far as him, we looking at him as an activist or as a person, looking at him as a person and a leader of our society that tries to help uplift the community. We should eliminate him as far as that. That's now. I don't know when she say eliminated. That's a stretch, but I'm not in her mind. So I'm just saying eliminating can go different ways, not just one way.
Right,
Well,
right.
ask Miss Nebraska. She's a woman. She
No,
may
no,
she may.
no, 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 no. I'm no, no, hell no, hell no, hell no. I'm not buying that by any means. Now you want to take it more farther. You want to take it more far.
Oh,
I
snap.
mean, he already has death threats. He's
Okay.
already been given death threats. So it's like, oh, okay. You know what? I don't even have a TikTok. I don't
Mm-hmm.
even, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna open that little TikTok account that I got, which I don't even open it because I don't even know how to use the doggone thing. And I'm going to say, oh, so you want to eliminate. So let's look up the definition of eliminate, shall we?
Okay, let's look it up. Wait a minute. What do the Miss Nebraska? Miss Nebraska. I said Miss Nebraska. What did that woman mean? To eliminate mean to take him out?
I don't. That's not how I took it when I first read it. But everybody can perceive something in a different way.
Right.
So
That's
no.
right. Okay.
See.
She said she didn't take it as that way.
Eliminate to completely remove or get rid of something.
Okay.
Huh.
But you did. Okay. Listen to read that again. It says eliminate
To
or.
completely.
But
What does that mean?
that
To
doesn't mean that.
completely remove.
Right. Completely remove Dr. Umar Johnson
What
as
did they
far
do to
as
Dr. King?
okay.
Completely completely remove him from society. What did they do to Malcolm X? Completely remove him.
And I'm saying you're looking at it one way. You're looking at it one way. Eliminating just doesn't mean like Martin Luther King or Malcolm
Bro,
X.
I just read it.
I just read it.
Okay, no, she said it herself. I'll read it again. She said, he needs to be canceled. We already know what cancel means. That she didn't have to go no further. She didn't have to go no further with it. He needs to be canceled. Okay, cool. Or eliminated. What?
What'd she say? She said again. Wait a minute. She said,
I didn't read it like that. How I read it was he can be canceled and or eliminated, which means like, because if you're canceled, a lot of people come back when you get canceled. But if you're eliminated, you can't come back to the internet once you're eliminated. That's how I took it. But like I said, everybody can perceive something differently.
Oh, you talk about eliminated from the internet, meaning what that means? Eliminated. You said eliminated from the internet?
Like once you're eliminated from the internet, you can't come back. If you're canceled from the internet, you can come back.
Right.
Like people come back that are canceled all the time.
Got one more and every other app.
You know what I'm saying? So eliminated, you can't come back.
Right.
This is so crazy. This is crazy. I gotta listen to this again.
We
this is, you don't find this crazy?
Because I'm not doing shit for free. 3,500 to 10K is my range. Y'all pay Dr. Umar thousands of dollars to get the fuck on that talk. Y'all gonna pay me the same shit. I just hit 5K on Instagram. The Dr. Umar video was over 200K. I posted 3 videos regarding him. They all hit over 100K in 24 hours or
and this is where Double D Mother makes her exit because shit is getting weird. And I'm not going to be a part of this whole debacle. So this will be my final video on the Dr. Umar.
So you just said, and I quote, I'm not going on anybody's show unless you pay me 10K. It says it right here. Anyone wants to interview her must pay 10K. Now, how many people do you know that can pay that amount?
Tasha K.
Tasha K. And possibly one of these red pill manosphere dudes. This is that. Oh, wow. You know what I'm thinking? And I'm not going to even say it. I'm not going to say it. No. You're not going to get me to say it. Not about her. Not about her. Because that's somebody's daughter. No, I'm not.
Yeah,
no.
You don't
no,
want
I'm not. No. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Because because you don't know the whole story. We don't know the whole.
None of us know the whole story. That's why I say stay out of it. I say everyone. This is not none of your business. This is not none of my business. We need to stay out of it. If it gets worse, if it gets better, it gets better. If it gets worse, it gets worse. But apparently, he's still gonna keep doing this thing. She gonna keep doing her thing. I'm not in it. I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting too messy with him. It's getting too messy with her. No. Y'all have a good night. Y'all, no, I'm not doing. I'll see y'all next week.
Yeah, I think the mother gonna be on Tasha K with her.
Who, the mother?
If the mother ends up on Tasha K with her, it further indicates how slithery us. You know what? I'm not. Nope. I'm gonna do it. Nope. Y'all form y'all opinions if y'all want. I'm not gonna do it. Nope.
I think that if the mother be on there, I wonder if that would be a good If the mother be on there, because then it may show more of the picture of what's going on.
Wait, say that again.
I think if the mother be on there, it could show more of the picture that what is going on within their relationship. It may,
No,
it
because
may
that's just one. That's another one side of it. They
well,
need to.
doctor, right?
They need to come together and have a conversation.
Oh, you talking about
But
all three?
yeah, and
All three.
apparently
So you think all three together should come together?
that paints the whole story, don't it?
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
That paints the whole story. You can't just okay. I heard from the mother. Okay, he's a deadbeat. He won't marry me. Okay, we heard all that. She won't let me visit my child. She blocked me from all visitations. Blah blah blah.
Right.
We don't know
Mm-hmm.
unless he has his paperwork,
Mm-hmm.
and that's from the court. And I don't know why he said that, because if he said he has paperwork, where do you think he got the paperwork from? Court. Gee, duh. So and again, don't go on the internet. I beg of you, Efi, do not go on the internet if you're going to have a conversation, if any, with your daughter. Do not go on the internet. I beg of you, don't do it. Do not do it, because it's nobody's business. And I don't want to have to listen. I'm not crushing people. It's too much of a headache for me. I'm cussing out this person. I'm blocking this person. It's too much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not losing. And another thing, I'm not losing no sleep over this. I'm not. I'm not doing it. But this is crazy. You got the daughter saying you gonna pay me. It's like, whoa. And you know what? You know what they're gonna say? You know what they're gonna say, right? Oh, she wanted the money all along.
Mm.
Well, they
And then
were
you got
saying the same thing about him too when he went live on his IG and was saying, "Put $10,000 in my PayPal and I'll talk to you." So I mean, you could say both on both sides.
He said that.
who said what now?
His IG live.
Wow. He said,
His or hers?
On his IG live when he responded to his daughter and he was sitting in the dark and he turned on his light eating a banana, that's when he said that.
wow. Wow.
You know what? He's still in the dark. What are you talking about? Hold on.
No, he turned on his light eventually because he was eating his banana.
I'm looking at it and I don't see no light unless I'm going too fast. I don't see no damn light.
Did I just say he turns on his light eventually?
He turns on his light.
Keyword is eventually.
Looking. Well, let's review. She said it's too late. It's viral. I'm you know what? I'm watching my anime when I get off of here. Too painful.
Brothers and sisters, can somebody explain this? That's question number one. That's question number one. And I just found this out last night. So question number two. What is it going to take for my youngest daughter's mother and my oldest daughter's mother to stop using their children as pawns against their father? What is it going to take for my youngest daughter's mother and my oldest daughter's mother to stop using my children as pawns against their father? What is it going to take for my youngest daughter's mother and oldest daughter's mother to stop using my daughters as pawns against the father? I'm gonna tell y'all what I think it is. Y'all want to know what I think? Baby mom number 1 and baby mom number 2 are still secretly in love with intercontinental Ifatunde.
Oh God.
Baby mom number 1 and baby mom number 2 are both still in love, even though it's been 23 and 14 years respectively since conception. Even though it's been 23 years and 14.
I didn't even hear that part. Um, uh, yep. I'm taking a break after this. I'm taking a break. I am taking a break.
14 years respectfully since conception. Even though it's been 23 years and 14 years respectfully since conception. I think baby mom number 1 and baby mom number 2 are still in love with the prince of Pan-Africanism. Why didn't you fight for custody? You don't know what you're talking about, so I'm going to block your punk ass. I'm glad I saved my white man paperwork. Kaya Zozo, you've been banished into eternity. Goodbye. Keisha, I'm banishing you now with a weave in your damn head. Hold on, let me make sure I get you out of here. Block. Who else want to be banished for the rest of their life? Let's see. Okay, Goo Punch. Have a nice life. Who we got next?
Mm-mm.
Why didn't you marry them? I don't think that's something I should be discussing with the public. Why didn't you marry them? I don't think that's something I should be discussing with the public. Out of respect for those women. Out of respect for those women, I'm not going to answer that.
Mm, 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 mm. They were bashing
You
him too.
discussing everything else?
And
Goodbye.
what he is doing,
Uh-huh.
it's not looking good at
Oh,
all.
Keep talking.
Yeah, that's not looking good. He what he is doing, blocking and things like that. That means it's getting to him. It's getting to his heart. He's he's feeling guilty.
no, no, it's not none
Yeah,
of that because he's been answering questions. Dude, it's been over 20 years and he's asked a plethora of questions, and most of them are the same fucking question.
mm.
When you go on these radio interviews, when you go on these podcasts, and most of them ask the same damn question, and this is why I switched up. I switched up because I didn't want to answer the same question. It's like, when you coming out with this first, the first one, when you gonna find a school? How much money have you raised? When you coming out with the school? Why ain't you marry your baby mamas? Uh, have you seen your daughters? He's heard all this before. He's heard
Right.
all this shit before.
Miss Nebraska, do you feel the things what he is doing on there is it making him look good or is hurting his reputation?
Like I said earlier, I don't think he should have responded like this. I think she should have apologized and said he was gonna reach out to his daughter to,
Right, but I'm saying how is he responding right now? Is that making his reputation look good or is it hurting his reputation?
it didn't make him look good at all. People are saying they perceive this as him crashing out.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's not making him when he is what he
He's
is doing.
crashing out without crashing out.
No, he's crashing. It seems like he's getting to the point that he is crashing out because he's blocking people, just asking questions, or he's trying to put it like, oh, the baby mothers are still failing him. But since people ain't buying that and they ask him other questions, he getting upset and banning them and blocking them. That's not. It's just only thing you have to say is because he's in his emotions. Only thing he have to say is, "I will talk to my daughter." That's it. No more. If you're going to ask me questions, this is something between me and my daughter, or it's now while he's on there. If someone said that you might, I know I didn't feel at the time when me and my baby mother was together. I didn't feel at that time that I wanted to be with them. But I'm not going to go into depth as far as how they are as a person because we both was young. We both was at a time that we did something that right now we paying the price for. But I'm not going to go into details.
He went into not those type of details, but he's been through interviews where he's actually given mostly about what's been going on in the relationship. So and
Yeah,
as
but
far as the
that's a
child
different
too.
time, though. That's what he did back then in those interviews. It's a different situation on how this woman this child is responding. This is a different situation, different type of interview. Matter of fact, he's not in an interview here. So some of those people might not have seen that interview, but still, since he's responding and
Why,
since he's
why would you do
entertaining
that?
that, if
Why
that's
would
the case, you should never been on the internet. Since you don't want to respond the way you blocking people, then you should never be talking about the situation at all. Leave the whole
you?
situation.
That's gonna make it even worse. He
No,
don't talk about it, they're gonna
the way-
drag him. If he does
that's your
talk
talk.
about it, they're gonna drag him.
No, no, no. That you're talking about the haters, though. You're talking about the haters. The haters, yes, they're going to drag him every time. Doesn't matter what he says. But I'm talking about other people, especially like Mr. Nebraska said, the people that got his back. If he would have said, "I will handle this between me and my daughter and the mother," I don't know what's going on. I don't know why my daughter's coming out like this, but I will get to the bottom of this and straighten it out. Please, everybody, be patient and forgive what is transpired here when it becomes to my
That
daughter.
would have been a perfect response, Vaughn. That would have been a perfect fatherly, adult, responsible response. I agree.
And y'all think it's that simple, but okay. But I didn't know he said all this. I didn't. I ooh, ooh, ooh. Ah, ah. Get off the internet. Get off the internet. Just get off of the damn internet, bro. Just brother to brother, get off the internet. Just get off the internet.
Never be on Dr. Umar page for the rest of your life. You're gaslighting us. Shavana, goodbye. You gaslighting yourself. Shouldn't you be in bed already? Shouldn't you be in bed already? Why don't you like weaves? What kind of question is that? Why doesn't Dr. Umar like weaves? Because it causes cancer. Marrying them don't mean they can't still cross you. How did you get a Nigerian name? I should block you for asking that dumbass question. You should already know how I ended up with a Nigerian name. Yes, I want to have one more child. I need a son. I want to have one more child. I need a son. I need a prince. I have two princesses of Pan-Africanism, but they are under baby mom mind control. I have two princesses of Pan-Africanism who I love with all my heart, and I'm sure we're going to work it out one day, but they are under baby mama mind control. Both of my princesses are under baby mama mind control. I need a prince to go with my two beautiful princesses. I'm going to have one more child. I need a son. I need a son. Oh, yes, I'm having a son now. I thought I was going to pass on the boy. I need me a boy. Oh, yes, I need me a boy. So one of my two wives will have to be of child bearing age. One of my two wives will have to be of childbearing age. Oh, yes. Have you spoken to them? I think you're minding my business. Are you minding my business, sister? Somebody said, "Come." I think I'm going to have me a wife in Ghana. Where my Ghanaian Africans at? Where are my all my beautiful Ghanaian African women? I think I'm going to marry a Ghanaian sister. I think I need a wife in Ghana because I'm a citizen of Ghana. So I think I need an indigenous Ghanaian wife. An indigenous Ghanaian wife. I think I need an indigenous Ghanaian wife. And then she will bear me the son. He'll be born on African soil, Prince Ifatunde. And then my American wife can be whatever age. But I'm not saying this definitively. I'm not saying this definitively, but I think that my son should be born of an African queen on the continent. And since I'm a citizen of Ghana, what better way to honor Ghana and the ancestors and the great people of Ghana than to have a son with the Ghanaian queen?
Any last words, last comments, anything? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Anyone?
Well, I told you he gonna move to Ghana, and that's where he gonna try to put the school at. He is not gonna put that school here in America. I'm letting you know that now. That school is not going to open. He's going to open that school in Ghana.
What does a relate? Why does he have to have a relationship? Why does he have to move to school to order to have a relationship in Ghana? That don't make no sense.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying what me and you talked about as far as him opening the school, the relationship.
Yeah,
That
the
is.
schools will open in any time of these months now
He's
because
going what?
he is handling his business. It's
He ain't
just
going to do it.
sometime, and I say he did say September. I
He
don't
ain't
know
going to open
why.
that school. That school is not going to open.
Okay, all right, keep saying it. Keep saying it. And if I prove, ooh, I can't wait. I can't fucking wait.
Hey,
I mean,
ask Mr.
at this
Nebraska.
point, he's gonna have no choice. He's gonna
Mr.
have
Nebraska,
no choice.
you think that school is going to open, Mr. Nebraska, in America?
I don't know because, like I said, I don't follow Dr. Umar like that, so I don't know too much about that to debate that if it's gonna open or not.
I don't I don't follow him, but I can see that ain't gonna open. That school is not gonna open in America. He may do something in Ghana, but he ain't opening that school in America.
I did. There's one thing I did hint at. If when he does fix everything in that small little school of his, if when he does fix it up, because he wouldn't be putting in the money in that, and all that work that he's done in that school for nothing. So when he does open it up, I hope he sells the motherfucker. I hope he does, and I
Mm.
hope he does move to Africa. All the crazy shit that yeah,
But
I
what I
hope he
will,
does move.
but what I will say is, yesterday, I would say allegedly, there's been stuff saying that he has other kids out there besides the two that he publicly claimed, and then allegedly
Legend.
he had somebody already over there pregnant already in Ghana.
Yeah, and guess what? Rihanna pregnant too. Yup, yup. He, he's giving Sukihana a baby. Come on, y'all. Come on. It's all speculation.
But
We
but
don't.
Well, that's why I said the word allegedly, one, and two, I already said several times that I don't know. So I don't know this guy. I don't know his history. I don't, I'm not in the. Ifatunde, whatever.
I've heard it dozens of times. Even D. Durrell hinted at it. I'm like, really? And you know what his go to was? Guess what his go to was? The remember the fat girl that went down the aisle and threw the book bag on the stage? Did y'all see that?
No.
Yeah, I remember
No.
you were showing your stream last year.
You I showed it to you.
Yeah, you showed it on the stream. You did stream it.
Oh
I see that.
yeah. Vaughn, he was in Atlanta
Mhm.
and he was doing his lecture, and all of a sudden this big girl walks just furious, flying down the aisle and
Mhm.
talking while he talking, and threw a book bag on stage. I'm thinking, is that a bomb? And they went and grabbed her, and he said,
Mhm.
I've never seen this woman a day in my life. And they
Mhm.
grabbed her and dragged her back, and she
Mhm.
fell on the floor, started screaming and everybody and their mama made a comment on it. He fucking
Did you
that
see
girl.
the video We-On-Loc? Did you see the video yesterday of the girl with the locks that
Yeah, that's on her, bro. Because he made a response to that too. You talking about the one that he said that she said something to the degree.
yeah, she posted a picture that they had took, and then she said they had went to lunch, and she said how he was very flirtatious and was making comments, inappropriate comments to her, or something like that, and stuff like that.
Okay, let me tell you something. When I first met him, he was the same way that he everybody expects the person to become the same as he was in the lectures. He's not that way. You're not gonna get people that way. You're gonna get the nice particular guy. In this case, they're all lined up, right? One side is lined up full of dudes, the other side is lined up full of women. He'll pound up the brothers, he'll give hugs to the sisters. At some point, he meets a girl, he likes them, he gets very flirtatious with. So that's he's single, he can do that. They BET, I think it was either BET or it's either CNN. One of them companies made a mean or something of him marrying the two queens from the festival, the first festival. By the right at the end of the festival, he got fake married to a dark skinned chick and a light skinned chick.
Oh
I
yeah.
said
Yeah.
this was all fake.
Yeah, I think I did see that one. I think I did remember that.
All of it is fake. All of it. The festival was real though. Festival was off the chain. Festival was definitely off the chain. But all I'm gonna say is this: you need to get off the internet and you need to repair. That's it. That's it. Now, I'm not gonna meet you Negroes until next Sunday. I'm done. I'm drained. I am drained of this shit. No, what? No, 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 Bridge. No, that was not real because he did it again. He did it again the next festival.
Yeah, I did. I did. Yeah, I did see that. Everybody, yeah, it was a big thing when he did that. Yeah, everybody thought it was real, but it was a thing that he did at the festival. Like it was something like the home.
He's been
It was
saying
like
that.
how they do it, like the homecoming queen or something like that. It was set up like
Uh,
homecoming queen.
yep, yep,
Mhm.
yep, yep, yep. but I'm not. But we're not enthused. I'm not enthused by it. I'm not shocked and I'm not surprised because he said it out of his mouth. He wants to marry two queens. Who do we know who is married with two women? The only person that I know who is married with two women is Neo. That's the only
No,
person that I.
no, it's a comedian. I forgot his name. Light skinned guy. He's married. I think he's married to two women. Him, what's his name? He played in what was that movie? Oh, he played in Soul Man. Remember the guy who was the I think it was
You're
her
talking about C. Thomas Howell. C.
the
Thomas
one.
Howell White.
No, the
Oh,
guy
Kevin Wesley. Kevin Wesley?
who's Kevin Wesley. Is that the comedian?
I guess so. I didn't
I know
so
the guy who played in Soul Man. He was married. He was the boyfriend to the to his niece. I think she was a niece or something like that. That end up going on the road with him and singing with him. That guy right there, I think he has two wives. I think he has two wives. Yeah.
okay. Well,
Hmm.
everybody, you can't get married. No, you can get married overseas. But he believes in polygamy, so it's like, hey,
You could
Brownie,
get
how you
married.
doing?
You could get married here with two wives.
No, you can't. It's
Yes, you
illegal.
can. It's under. You could do what's name do it all the time.
Who?
The Mormons.
The he's not more. You Afro Crockett?
No,
No.
you could get married to more than one woman under a religion.
Well, he's not more.
You can get married to more than one woman spiritually in a religion, but legally filing a document, no, it's
Right,
Right. Yeah,
right.
you talking about the government won't recognize it, but under religion you can. Under the, what's the name?
So under okay. So all right, there you go. Even though this is Western civilization, I don't see it too much happening in the West. So even Eastern civilization, yes, of course, I
What's the
see it.
Jew? What's the do it? Jewish people. You have
If they get caught, what happens?
file paperwork on.
no. I'm
You
talking
can't
about
file.
no. I'm talking about when I'm talking about like you said. You said under the government doesn't recognize. That's true. The government doesn't recognize it, but you still can get married more than one wives. It's just not recognized by the government.
Hmm.
Right, right. That's what I said. Religiously and spiritually, yes, you can have as many wives as you want, but legally filing document paper to the government, no, it's illegal. It's illegal to file when you already legally married.
Mm.
That's crazy. And that's what he wants to do. So either freaking way. Now, I'm not too enthused by it, but he wants to do it. He wants to. Me, I couldn't even get away with that shit. So just do what you do, bro. Just like I said, get your ass off the internet. Because this is looking painful to me. This is what I said. I quit. I quit. Oh, quick! I didn't know you said they were in love with the prince. They're still in love with the prince. I'm like, Negro, is you smoking that good new? Really? Now what happens if the baby mama does come out and actually and starts talking? Now you are really getting hung by two hooks. She said, please. Why does everybody hate no more? Why is everybody hating on Umar? my
Umar did
God.
it. Umar did it to himself, though. He did it to
He did.
himself.
He did. He did. Ain't no denying. I can't deny it. I can't defend it. I can't deny it. But I can certainly say this. It just prepared. Uh, now the daughter's more is starting to look kind of sus. And that,
Adonis don't look more such when he went on that IG live, in my opinion.
so okay, so both of them got. I agree. Both of them have something to work on.
Well, but I think she said he really needs, because like you said, he's crashing out. He is the father. He's an adult. He's a clinical psychiatrist. He really needs to really observe.
So clinical psychologists can't crash out either.
No, that's no. I'm not saying that they no, no.
I'm asking. I'm
No, I'm not
asking.
saying that they can. They anybody can crash out, but it's more so people were looking on him because he's an adult, he's a father, he's a clinical psychiatrist, he's an activist. He's a person with status, especially in the society that we live in. He Most of the grunt belongs on him. That's how society looks at it and works, because he's an adult. She's only 22 years old. She haven't experienced nowhere what he has experienced. Now, if he's crashing out, that's something different.
No, no, Bridge. I'm 90%, not 100%. You are never 100% on nobody's corner. Nobody's. I don't care who you are. You can be, you can be Joe Pesci. You can be a Joe Pesci fan. I don't like Joe Pesci like that. He's a good actor. I like him, but I'm not gonna kiss his ass. No, 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 no. I'm not gonna kiss Umar's ass. It is one thing that I said before, and I'll say it again. He is there to complete the mission. That's all I want him to do is
He ain't
complete
gonna
the
complete that.
goddamn mission.
He ain't going to complete that. Daddy ain't. That he's not going to do. He's not going to complete that school. That he's not going to do.
He's damn near close to finishing. What are you talking about?
He's been close for 4 years, so he definitely ain't
He's been
going.
close
He
for
is
4 years. Really,
he is not going to finish.
really.
He's not.
So what happened after before the 4 years? What has been happening, Ron? Really? Good.
He's
Go
been
go into it.
he's been slowly putting things together, and the only reason
Hmm.
why he's doing that, because his thing is set up as a 510c3, so he's showing that he's trying to make progress because he can file that on his taxes, right, and get residuals from that. So
We ain't talking about paperwork. I'm talking about the stuff that needs to be done.
it's
I'm talking
not
about I'm talking about everybody wanted him to be transparent. What did he need to be transparent about again?
be transparent now. He don't need to be transparent.
Yes,
Eh,
he is.
I said he doesn't need to be if he don't want to.
Oh,
I'm
oh.
just saying this. He ain't gonna complete that school. That he's not going to do. That school is not going
And
to.
it has not been 15 years. Why does everybody proclaim it's been 15, 20
Who
years?
said 15
Really?
years? Who said 15 years?
That one lady that I just showed, and Lennon Honor also said it was 20 years.
Oh my
So we
goodness.
got one guy saying it's 20 years. We got
Uh,
one woman saying that it's 15 years. We got some dude in a Christian outfit saying that it's 17 years. I'm like, can y'all make y'all stuff? You're missing literally. Let me see. It's been 6 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're missing 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So you're missing 9 more years, buddy.
well, I don't know about that. I just know he ain't gonna finish that school. That I do know.
Okay. I can answer that question. I can answer that question about the board still put up. Did anybody see the clip that he had the boards down? He had the boards down.
Oh, now he had it down. Okay.
But he had to put them back up because guess what happened? Someone threw a brick through the window.
Because they getting tired of the stool is still not opening. So they trying to put something in there. Kids ain't going in there, so they trying to put
You ain't
something
making. I'm just gonna tell you right now, Vaughn, you ain't making no sense. I had just said that someone
Right.
no, I'm sorry. I forgot. Putting tinted windows.
Mm-hmm.
Every window in that school has tinted windows. And the boards were down. Tinted windows, boards down.
How many classrooms he got done?
As far as I know, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7.
No.
Seven including in that small school, 7 including not the principal's office or the teacher's lounge. I have not seen the teacher's lounge.
Let me rephrase my question because maybe it's because I wasn't clear. How many classrooms he got done?
As far as what, painting and getting them ready?
Right.
He's got to get the floorboards done on it.
So how many classrooms does he got done then? He has done.
I don't fucking know.
See, that's it right there.
No, you're not proving anything. What does that mean? He's got done. What does that mean?
You just said he had 7 rooms done. And now, but then when you ask a specific question,
you didn't hear me say it. Did you hear me just say that he has to put the floorboards down?
Okay, so how many rooms is that?
I just said 7. Not including the principal's office or the teacher's lounge.
Okay, so you saying he has 7 classrooms? 7 classrooms.
Yes.
Okay. So how many classrooms is in the school?
That I don't know. That I do not know.
So since he got the
I would have to. Are you a private investigator or some shit? Wait, hold on. Okay, so I have to play the clip again. So let me see because that hallway is big, huh? He's probably seen bulletproof windows. Bulletproof windows, really?
Hey fellas, I'm headed to bed. It was so fun tonight. We had a really good conversation.
You too, Vaughn. You need to go to bed, Vaughn.
Thank you.
It was nice seeing you, Miss. It was very nice to see you. Don't become a stranger.
I will try my best not to. I'm trying my best to get back into the mode again.
I'm definitely going to have to do what I said I was going to do and set up. What was it?
Are you hearing feedback on my end?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Good night, y'all.
Good night.
Good night. Did he get the plumbing, HVAC, and ceiling done? He had the plumbing done. He's had the HVAC, front, top, and bottom. The ceiling, as far as the leak, I would assume yes.
He didn't finish. He didn't get you saying he finished? Who did the HVAC?
He had to replace it. The HVAC's been replaced.
I thought he was having problems with that. That he couldn't get no one to fix that. So he got a brand new one. You saying?
A brand new one that he bought for the top and the bottom. Yes.
Okay.
That's you don't think people don't think I'm not on top of my shit. So
no, you're not on
pretty
top
much. It's like
you're not on
if I say something, I'm gonna have to like prove through paperwork what he has done.
No, you don't have to.
Even D. Durrell can confirm it.
You don't have to prove. You don't have to have no. You don't have to prove no paperwork. I'm just telling you, he is not going to open that school. That's what I'm saying. You don't got. You don't have to show me no paperwork.
Okay.
He is not going to open that school. He gonna open. He's gonna open it up in Ghana, but he ain't opening that school in
Okay.
here.
All right.
He may do something in Ghana.
The more you say it, the more I smile. The more you say it, the more I smile more. I just smile all the more. Once when he gets those floors, those tiles put on those floors. It's only the certificate of occupancy, and if he gets the certificate of occupancy, oh boy, I'm gonna call you up. Say, hey Vaughn, you were saying what? You were saying what now?
Let me tell you how big that if when you say if, let me tell you how big that if is. That if is huge.
Huge.
He ain't gonna get it done. He's not gonna get it done. He ain't gonna
Okay.
get it done. That's why I said
Okay.
he's going
The
to.
universe has a way of dealing with people, Vaughn. The universe has a way of dealing with people.
And I'm saying the universe. And I'm saying the universe is going to put him in Ghana. That's what I'm saying. Put him in Ghana.
Hey,
Go put it at. He
why
ain't gonna
are
get
you so determined to have him go back to Ghana just because he got his dual citizenship?
He got his dual citizenship purposely because he knows that they're not going to allow him, and he is not going to be able to open that school here, especially the way he wanted to open it and how he wanted it done. It's not going. He's not
Rich,
going
you against me too? Wow, you're against me too. I'm just kidding.
to. That's cool. That's cool.
All right.
Bridget, no, Bridget, though you can see, you can see. It's just it's not. He's not going to be. It's too. He got so much he has to do, and he's going to have to go through so much. He's not going to be able to do it, especially since the money is not coming in as far as him what he needs to open that school like he wants to. He ain't going to be able to do it. No.
Okay, so since you're an expert of how a school is ran, because it's possibly, I don't know, it's possibly you heard it from somebody who has ran up the numbers. So give it to us. How much does it take to run the school?
To run the school, it depends on the school. What type of school that you opening?
I
And
mean,
and as far as what he is trying to do, because let me show you something. It's a reason why the people now what they doing is homeschooling their kids. You have the education is moving into another direction. You got micro school, you got homeschooling, you have these corporations now since Obama all the way up to now, they was merging these internet companies that brings education through the internet. So they merged for a reason. They're not schools, especially the way he's doing it. People are getting away from that. They're not doing. You look at what's the name doing as far as the education, how he want to get rid of it. That's that. No, you're not going to be able to do it, and then it's going to change. It's going to change on him. So he got to go by different regulations now when it comes to like he's trying to do open that school. They ain't gonna let. They're not going to allow him to open that school like that. That's why I said. That's why I said he's going to Ghana because in Ghana he doesn't have so much regulations that would be it would be better, it would be easier, it would be as far as him people going there as they doing, and he's able to open that school. He don't have to go through so much red tape as he have to go through here.
okay, first and foremost, that's a private school. I can see if it was a charter or a public school, but this is his facility. This is his baby. So he can pretty much have anything he wants. Now, is he necessarily going to go through that? I don't know. The mayor is looking kind of white these days. Number two, what is he trying to do other than get kids, the second graders and the third graders, to do math, science, add, subtract, divide, multiply? Because you got to go through the regulations first. You got to do, math, science, social studies, and English first. The the thing that you've been hearing is what he wanted to do. You know, build crops and all this other stuff, and get like a science lab together and all this other stuff. You got to learn the basics first. And he has basic teachers to teach the kids basic shit.
No, he doesn't have teachers. He don't have teachers yet. He don't
How
have
do you,
teachers yet.
how do you know?
Okay, he doesn't. He doesn't have teachers yet. So,
How
and
do you
another thing, you're saying that he wants to open a private school. That's even. Listen, do you know how much money you need to open up a private? Since he's not going charter, since he's not going public, so that means he's not. He doesn't want to get anything from the government, because charter and what's the name, you get money from the government.
you can still get
You
money
get
from
what?
you can still get money from a private institution.
You get residuals, you get a tax break, yes, but it does not amount to what you get for charter and public. But let's go with private. You mean to tell me his people that his demographic of people that listens to him will not be able to afford those kids going to that school?
You
They are
didn't even you didn't even ask me the important part, the tuition. How much they're paying in tuition?
okay. How much
500.
for what? The whole year?
Yeah.
Not happening.
What you
Not
mean not happening?
not.
That's how much my wife pays for two of my kids. What are you talking about?
She pays, and you
Wait,
talking
wait,
about.
wait. You said every year. No, it's every month.
Okay, 500. That's why I said a year did not have 500
That's my
every
fault. That's my fault.
but your kids go to a private school at a church, correct?
Yes.
And that church gets grants. They get money. That's a 510c3. Don't now, if you don't know about 510c3, please do not have that conversation, because I have a 510c3.
How do you know he
I
doesn't have
filed for a 510c3 in my state, and I also have paperwork going in for a 510c3 to be recognized from the federal government. So you don't want to go.
How do you know he doesn't have a 501c3?
I just told you that he does have a 510c3.
Oh, I thought you said okay.
He has a 510c3. That's the reason why he's doing the things to the school.
Okay, we got all these questions coming towards at me. Like, okay, I'm the expert. Okay,
Right.
cool.
He's not gonna get that's a good question, because he ain't gonna be able to pay those teachers.
How do you know?
Not with $500 a month from people. He's not going to pay those teachers. He got to pay the teachers. He got to pay the rent. He got to pay. He got to pay the.
Oh, if you knew what I knew, if you only knew what I knew. I guess I'll see you at the finish line.
He ain't gonna be able to do it.
Okay.
You've been saying finish line for the past 2 years, because we had a bet last year, and you lost the bet talking about he was going to open the school. It's going to be open in this school, and it's going to be open in this school. No. So let that be known how you lost the bet last year. So come on now.
Okay,
and here you
go. Pin your flowers.
Here you go again.
He who laugh last best.
No, wait a minute. You was laughing last best last year. Last year, and the school was not opening. So
Vaughn, I gotta get out of here.
No, 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 no.
I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. But it's good to see you, man. But Bridge, why you do this to me? Why? Why? I thought you was on my side. Whoa. Yeah, I it's good to see you, Bridge. Hi. All right. I'm off for a week. You ain't gonna see this. You ain't gonna see this ugly mug for at least a week. So have a cracker brew, eat a donut, have some peanuts, whatever. I gotta go.